Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you all here. Hopefully everything has been good for you this week. I've had nothing but rain.
Well, rain's
Hmm.
good too, and
Yeah, well, to a point. It is the
to a
rainy
point.
season, so allowed. But we
Yeah.
get too much, then the farmers have a bad time, and that's not good.
Oh,
But
no.
yeah, no, of course. But it's a delicate balance being a farmer. That's why greenhouses are amazing. You're gonna have them. But nevertheless, today we're here to talk about anime. Doug over at Blue Moon Cartoons is going to be really excited. Can't wait to see what he does. And we'll get to that very directly. Let me go over here and hit that like and share button. However, and this is Rabbit's choice, and Rabbit is here with us, but he's still muted. I think he's doing. He's probably writing a new song. We'll just go with that. New song being
Yeah.
written by the Rabbit here
Mhm.
live. Okay.
His mic is off.
Yeah, I know it's
Just
off.
awesome.
Yeah,
We're doing it live.
that's right. Yeah, I mean he is very similar to Bill O'Reilly. I see a lot in that. So, um, but nevertheless, let me go over here. I'm going to share my screen and I'll tell you all a little bit about Kaiju number 8. So I've shared here, so you guys take a look. And I went, did my research, did my job, did my job.
Of course.
And now this came out in 2020. Kaiju
Okay.
number 8. Never heard of it. Never
Mm-mm.
heard of it here in Japan. Now, to be fair, I
Really?
don't, I
Yeah.
don't read manga. Keep in mind, this is episode
Mhm.
232. Did you count those, Eric?
Yes, I did, sir.
Good man.
Mhm.
Good man. Um,
250 will be in October.
oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. We've been busy over the past 7 years, that's for sure. But I don't read manga. However, I do watch anime because my children, when they come back and visit, they always want to show daddy an anime that we can enjoy together. And of course, put my best effort forward because it's something they love, particularly my daughter. But I haven't
Exactly.
heard of this one, although
Hmm.
it does have 109 chapters across 13 volumes. So.
Mm.
It's a thing, that's for sure. The anime has just kind of dropped this year in April in Japan and just recently here in the West. There's of course a lot of little side novels, short novels, side comics. I mean, all kind of little things. So it's a thing. Obviously, it went from manga to anime, so it's a thing. That's how it works here in
Right.
Japan. They also have a video game coming. So once again, it's a thing. So how would I describe this thing? It's basically if, hmm,
I was like, what
say,
in the Ella effect is going on? And it's like it just popped out of nowhere, this thing.
yeah, I haven't heard of it either. But if I were to describe it just kind of offhand, I would say it's the love child of Guillermo del Toro's Pacific Rim and Attack on Titan. Is
Hmm.
what it is. If you mash those two up,
Mm.
that's what this is. It's taken a lot of those kind of ideas. Also, if you kind of think of in Marvel, they
Mhm.
have a group that you don't see very often, but they're basically they're a cleanup crew for superhero antics, and they come in and
Mm.
clean up the mess and fix things. There's a little bit of that aspect here, but basically take Attack on Titan and mix it up with Del Toro's Pacific Rim. And now in this, you have two kinds. You have the standard kaiju, which just means monster, right?
Okay.
But you
Uh-huh.
also have Dai Kaiju, which is the giant ones, right?
Mhm.
So you have
Right.
both, and it seems that the kaiju basically grow out of or spawn out of the giant kaiju. It seems like there's some deep story about where these kaiju are from and how there's something going on with it, right? It's a deeper story than just they're there, but they are just there. And the people of Japan are used to it. They have the highest level of tax of anywhere in the world, but this is the thing. So you have cities that have, kaiju shelters and all that kind of stuff. It's
Mm.
not a new thing to the population. It's just part of
Chester,
life. Yeah.
are kaiju's pretty bad around you? Or are you okay?
No, they stay away. They know better. Yeah.
Over and out.
Yeah. We have a waking rabbit. That's good. But
I heard the I
We
heard the
missed the
kaiju's own
human
Hollywood.
kaiju as well.
they do.
Sorry, you probably get to that bit.
Yeah, I am working on it. Now. The story mainly is around Kafka, who's well, he's in his exoskeleton here right now. his growth. And Kafka was he's the one on the right. He's Kaiju number 8, and yeah, and no
Oh,
spoilers. It's like episode 1, right?
So yeah, episode 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now Kafka is he and the girl next to him, Mina.
um,
They were childhood friends, little kids together, and their village was blown up by kaiju, right? And they both vowed to join the Japanese defense force, and fight against the kaiju. And of course, she made it because she's awesome, amazing, the best thing ever, and he's a moron and can't get nothing done, of course. But therefore
That sounds pretty woke to me.
yeah, it is. But Japan does
um,
it all the time. It'll switch
is
around and she'll be deeply in love with him. Trust me. Go ahead, Amy.
You clearly not read it. I know what's happening.
What?
Can anyone see the pictures of the other characters? I still just see the D&Q Ultimate Edition graphic. Or is it just
On
just
the
like
on the YouTube.
on,
No,
on
no.
Chester?
I see what I did wrong. It's okay. I can
Oh, I
fix it.
see.
I can fix it.
Of course you can.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters. And a lot of kaiju.
There are.
Little ones, small ones, big ones, humankind ones. There's all sorts.
There are. I am working on it. Okay. So what am I doing here? Yeah, here we go. All right.
I'm
So,
guessing
yeah,
I'm the only one that's seen it or read it, though.
probably. I
I have
did.
not.
Yeah, I
I
did.
have
The
not
animation
about
is
it.
pretty freaking great, so if you've not watched
Okay.
it, I'd watch it. But watch the Japanese version.
Obviously. Well, anyway,
Naturally.
sorry. Once again, Kafka is our main character. He's literally is Kaiju number 8 on the right,
Mhm.
and left is Mina. Because he's tried many times, but he can't get in. He
Mhm.
works for the cleanup crew, and whilst he's
Okay.
cleaning up chunks of a Kaiju that was destroyed during a fight, a piece of it climbs into his mouth, and therefore he is now Kaiju.
Oh,
Right.
It's so stupid when it happened.
It is, yeah, it is. I saw the
It's
clip.
funny.
But he now, because he has super abilities, even he went and he finally joins the defense force because he wants to be with Mina, obviously.
Mhm.
But in a big fight, he's got to bring his power out to save Mina, and everybody else. So now they know it's Kaiju. They capture him. They take him in, and he ends up being, showing his value, and he kind of becomes their Kaiju part of the team. And I'm not going to give any more than that. All right.
You've already
then-
gone past where the anime is, so anyone that's not read it's already
Oh,
you've already gone past there.
I'm sorry. But
I know it's fine. But
here we go. Here's his team that he's part of. These are all independent characters, other than, of course, we have the Mina and we have Kafka. I don't know all their names. I do know, but I can't remember because they're very weird names. I don't know why they have them. Nevertheless, this is his little team, and they fight kaiju, and the special effects are really good. It's a pretty attractive anime, to be honest with you. This is what he looks in his full form. Although I'm sure this will continue to evolve. Yeah, I'm kind of reporting on the manga, to be honest with you, Rabbit. And we don't need that. I did have the official trailer, though. I thought you guys might
yes,
look at.
yeah, you should put it on. It's
Yeah.
might get some people interested.
So,
You have it muted.
of course, I have it muted. Have you not met YouTube before?
Well, technically, if we talk over it, then it's
10 million.
considered remix and parody.
10 million. This is sold worldwide, so it's been successful. I just never heard of it. It looks good though. Look at it. This kind of looks a little bit like Ghost in the Shell, actually.
Yeah. It's nice looking. Oh, there he is.
There's
He's kind of
Kafka.
cool.
He's clean. He's in his cleanup outfit.
So there you go,
Concept
that's
kinda
why-
reminded me of Devilman as well.
What do you say?
That the concept kind of reminded me of Devilman too, because that's what Devilman was. He's like a guy turns into a demon, fights bigger demons.
There's a touch of that to it, but Devilman is also extremely perverse with lots of pornography in it.
And very dark.
Well,
Super,
it is
super
it is Go Nagai.
Yeah,
Go Nagai is
sure.
known for his perverted
It's,
animes.
perversion. But yeah, it's a pretty looking.
Oh, you put the teaser trailer on, yeah, just not the actual trailer. Okay, cool.
Yeah. This is the third trailer here. Now the art, it looks really good. And he's cleaning up a kaiju here. Like I said, it really gave me vibes of early Akira, Ghost in the Shell, that old stuff. And it's not as far as what I saw. I didn't see any CG. This is all straight up
Well,
art.
It's Production IG. Production IG does all the you get Production IG if you have a lot of money and you want to do some really good stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've never heard of it, but clearly it's popular. That's Mina. And she is the typical badass, Japanese female, but I guarantee you she's going to fall madly in love with Kafka. It's a guaranteed thing. Oh no, I am now a kaiju. Okay, that was the scene he was talking about. I was like, and it's got that chibi crap which I can't stand.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that
I can't
humor in
stand
the
that
anime.
stuff.
I love chibi.
I hate it. Yeah.
No.
But it is very Japanese, and if you like Japanese anime, well then you like it. But it's got a lot of the Japanese isms that I prefer to avoid, but then it has those moments where it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got good action. It's well done. It's very professional, and I appreciate the fact that it is all hand drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But this is it. He's mainly is a kaiju. Now I haven't seen a scene where he becomes a dai kaiju, but I imagine he does. Rabbit.
Well, I don't. Well, I mean, because there's the kaiju that turns. So there's like he's a human that turns kaiju, right? Well, he's not a kaiju. He's just something else. Kaiju. I can't remember what the name is. So
Right,
the dai kaiju is something past that. They're like a magnitude 8 or 9 or something. Is how they describe their powers.
Yeah.
And then there's the kaiju in the first arc anyway that's turning human, so he can turn into a human, and he walks amongst the humans, and
Right.
he obviously kills them. He's a bad guy.
That's
so
number
there's all,
9.
That's part of the mystery and stuff. You see,
Yeah, sure.
that's like the whole thing. So why is that happening? Because obviously they're not used to it. They've only seen the big kaijus. Like dai kaijus are the big ones that the big guns come out for, and like you said, there's the little ones that can come out of them as well.
Well,
there's other ones. There's all kinds, but
all the clips I saw of him, he was human size. So what I'm asking
he is.
He's
never
become
changed.
Dai Kaiju? Will he become, Ultraman?
I don't know. I haven't read all of it. I've read more than the anime, but I haven't read all of it, so not so far. But then again,
probably
he's cool like that. You know what I mean? That's what makes him cool. It's more manga in it, more hero, that human size running around.
It does. Yeah, it does look. It works better. And you could do the Wanpanman stuff as well with him in that regard. But nevertheless, it is pretty. I give it that. The concept is fine. It's like I said, something we're all familiar with. Pacific Rim mashed up with Attack on Titan. Really is the general basic idea. Storytelling seems to be pretty good, or it wouldn't have made it this far. Because understand, in Japan, you don't make anime and then manga. That's not how it works. You make manga, that manga proves itself, it makes a ton of money, becomes very successful, then it gets the anime. This thing literally got 109 chapters
all the
before
time.
it got its anime.
Yeah, they've reversed that at some points.
Well, you know what I mean.
Sometimes.
You know what I mean.
It's the exception. It's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, it is basically how it works here. So therefore, it must have a very serious following. And of course, one thing that's helping manga a lot, which is a cool thing. There's some sadness to it, but it's a cool thing. Is the fact that in America, Europe, comic books are they work in different ways, but they're still doing really well. But in America, the comic book industry has fallen on its face because of stupid people. But the Americans and the Canadians, to a point, are still hungry for comics, right? Therefore, they have fallen to the manga. People, and money's money, right? Now, when I was a kid, you couldn't get manga. We saw like Yamato or Star Blazers and stuff on the TV, but you couldn't get manga. These days, it's easy, and that's of course pumping these numbers. Right, it's pumping these numbers. I mean, 10 million sales worldwide. When's the last time Spider-Man did 10 million copies, Eric?
It's crazy because even when I was young, manga, you get manga, but not as much as you could. It's like, but when I was young, there was a few of us that read manga, but most people still read they read 2000 AD, they read American comics like DC and stuff.
Right. But
so, even when I was younger, so I'd say like the last 20 years, it's got big.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good for the Japanese, right? Good for them.
Oh yeah, it's good for the world to get good freaking stories.
Stories, right? Now I asked Eric a question, and I'll try to answer it myself. I think it was like 92 or 93, 91 maybe.
Really?
The last time Spider-Man sold 10 million.
Early
copies.
90s. It had to be Spider-Man #1 by McFarlane. That was probably the last.
Wow.
Now think about how long ago. That's 30 years ago. More than 30 years ago was the last time a Spider-Man, Marvel's top boy, sold as many issues as this manga, where now it's an anime, but this manga that I never heard of.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. No, seriously. And why couldn't any of the American comic book guys get this stuff to flow in other countries? Because they tried and they failed.
They didn't try. That's
DC
older, so their
just
estrogen levels have gotten higher.
DC
Batman
just
went
announced
over-
a manga. Like DC's gonna start making manga of all their work, so they just announced like a manga department.
They should do that. Go hire
There's
a
been
bunch of
crossovers though,
Japanese.
haven't there?
You
I
get
mean,
them
DC's come
occasionally, yeah.
over.
You get them occasionally, yeah. But I'm just saying, go to some. They have gigantic freaking mangaka studios here that work on anime and stuff. A mangaka is usually a single individual, but the anime, they're freaking like
I love it when they
200
did.
people in
Do you remember the X-Men anime when they did the Japanese anime episodes of the X-Men? They were fucking huge and they looked like they were freaking epic. That's what it should be like.
And the Japanese liked it. I'm just saying, why wouldn't you do that? Go to India, find what their cartoon style is, make your story there. I mean, what are you doing?
They want to be woke there, don't they, with the stories? Isn't that the trouble? Isn't that why they're failing at the minute?
Well, yeah, and that ain't going to work here at all. The Japanese will not bite into that. They won't push back like we do, but they'll just not buy it.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't care about that.
I think
even the girls
aren't like that. Marvel, like you used to be able to buy comic books like in grocery stores and all over the place. But then Marvel did something really dumb with distribution, and they ended up getting petty, and then no place carried them anymore. Like, can you buy manga at normal stores?
Oh, yeah, anywhere. Matter of fact, when you go to a dentist shop or a barber or a clinic or something like that, there's manga sitting on bookshelves right there for the kids to read.
We have literally like 3 big stores in Nottingham that sell loads of manga.
I mean, you can still buy the full Shonen Jump magazines, like those thick encyclopedias that they sell monthly.
Yeah.
You can just buy those at any convenience store. Walk into a convenience store, buy one of the Shonen Jumps, and leave.
Yeah. Because it's smart, right? That's the way they used to do it. I mean, I remember
in my house.
In your house, okay. But I remember
in my house, by my house,
near your house,
right here in California. Yeah, there's a ramen place that sells manga at the door.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
But I remember I went into a little delicatessen, had a little pharmacy in the back. You know, the old convenience stores before these corporate jackoffs took over, right? And I went in to get a sandwich. You know, it's a really good chocolate chip cookie with ice cream in the middle. It's very good.
Oh, yum.
You know, it's like a cookie sandwich. Anyway, I went to get one of those. I noticed on the comic book rack they had a black comic book with a Superman symbol in the middle of it. It says "Death of Superman." I bought it. Yep. But it was on a spinner rack. What?
No. Oh, did you eat it while you were reading? Did you eat your ice cream sandwich while you were reading the comic? Was it?
Of course.
Yeah.
And I didn't drip at all because I'm.
I hope you held on to that comic because it's worth a ton right now.
I got it, dude. I got Spider-Man #1, dude.
Dude, really?
Yeah. I have the entire run of Spider-Man. I got the reintroduction of Green Lantern 1 through 8 or 10. No, 8. I have those. That was the reintroduction, though, in the what was that, the 70s? 60s? I think it was 60s. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Kaiju and look at the art.
I have all the Moon Knights.
Oh, that's sweet. I don't. We should trade. But anyway, we used to do that back in the day. Anyway, let's get it going here. So, Jeff, this is a Japanese thingy. Can you do a Japanese thingy?
Or Pacific Rim?
Oh my god.
I'm feeling Japanese. Yes, I'm feeling Japanese. Yes, I think so. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Go. I don't even know what that means.
That was inspiring.
I liked it. I would draw better now.
All right, very good. You get bonus points. Bonus points.
Finally, those bonus points I always needed.
It took you a while.
Yay!
Matter of fact, Jeff, I'll give you an icon for that. Let me see here. What icon should I give you? Yours are all like closed. You don't want people giving you icons. All right, fine. If you like that.
Fine.
There's an icon. Give him that.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. I don't even think
yeah,
I don't know.
he's an elitist.
You believe
He's
in
not
love
worthy.
after love.
I didn't even know
Ooh.
that we could get. I don't even know where you can turn that on.
Ooh, now Blue Moon ain't playing here. He's coming to stand up next to me and Eric. I got number one of Spider-Man. He's got number one of Moon Knight. Blue Moon has a number one of Cow and Chicken. Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet.
Cow and chicken.
That's pretty
It's all
funny.
right. Mhm. It's perfect.
Oh yeah,
Good job.
I was
Number
comics.
ones.
My
You
first
might have to
comic
do
ever.
a Cow and Chicken episode just to see what he would do.
I've got number ones of some, but they're like the multi comics that came out. Well, you probably didn't have them. But they're like manga comics.
We don't
but
have
it's
them,
like
but Japanese.
because I got one that had it's called Manga Mania, and I've got like the first 10, like from issue 1 to 10, and then it starts because it had Akira, Appleseed, and some other really like epic stories. And that's one of the reasons. That's when I was a kid. I got it monthly.
Yeah, this is a
Same
Shonen
with
Jump
2000
book,
AD,
by the
so-
way. This is Shonen Jump, by the way. Keep that in mind.
Oh, is it?
The
That makes sense.
a company called Shonen Jump. It's a gigantic
Yeah.
It's
telephone
one of the
book that
main
comes out
things,
every
like-
month. Is it
Yeah,
monthly
like
or
Bleach
weekly?
and Naruto, One Piece, all those came from it.
Maybe
I believe
weekly.
Shonen Jump is weekly.
It is
weekly.
weekly. It's
There's
stupid.
Well, there's weekly Shonen Jump and monthly Shonen Jump. So
Oh,
there's
I
two
see.
different. There's two different publications
But
of
it's
it.
like a
that
freaking
have-
phone book, right?
Yeah.
It's gigantic. There's many stories in it. There's no color. If your manga does well, they will do a standalone little kind of small like a small book. It's not our size comic, and it'll have like it'll be a volume 1, but it'll be pretty small, and it'll be colored. But only if it's a hit, only if it's cool. Otherwise, it doesn't make it. They're pretty
Now,
strict.
They have
How
all
do
the
they-
big main ones. Yeah.
How do they know if something's a hit? Do people
Write letters?
write letters or something, or is there like a?
Shonen Jump does voting on their website.
Yep,
Ah,
Oh, okay. That's how they do it.
and they do
'Cause,
have letter commentary in the back as well.
Well, because the other thing as well is that you see a lot is when you buy full volumes of manga. So like when Shonen Jump does their run of it and they have enough enough chapters collected where they can release a volume. In between the chapters, you'll see things like concept art and all these other things that were unreleased in Shonen Jump. But one of the main things that they also do is character polling, where they'll display the character poll of the character votes through Shonen Jump. Who is the audience's favorite character, and they usually do it yearly. So it's a year-to-year character poll of who is the most popular character in a certain series.
Now, do they like come out exclusively through Shonen Jump, or do they occasionally like get their own like standalone manga? Like, is One Piece in Shonen Jump and its own book?
Yes.
or is
Yeah,
it-
they do standalone as well because my brother's got
Yeah.
all of them, which is a lot of manga.
And the worst
Yeah.
writer commits seppuku at the end of the year.
That's right. That's right. On public TV.
Which is-
I mean, there's a lot that obviously aren't on Shonen. Like they don't have all the like really brutal stuff on there. But isn't there another one like for shoujo and stuff as well?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
one
There's
was it?
they have
Tons
they
of
have.
them, dude. Tons.
I mean, yeah,
I
they
know
have
Shonen
a.
Jump's like the one that's for teens, in it. It's like teens and like younger, like
It's
I know,
it's more
young teens and
for
older.
young boys. Like
yeah.
it's
Well, that's what the
basically-
young boys, teens.
Yeah,
whatever.
like elementary
Young
school
teens.
to teenagers is Shonen Jump, and then
Yeah.
I forget what the press is for adult oriented content. But it is there. It does exist.
Well, they
That's where you get you.
but they have stores here, very very large stores, that are just full from ceiling to floor of manga. In truth,
Yeah.
even at the heyday back in the '90s, I've never seen a comic book store even compare. It's ridiculous how
They're awesome.
prolific.
I remember when I went, and the best stores that they have in Japan are the secondhand bookstores. I just
Yeah.
because even if you buy everything secondhand in Japan, it's all well taken care of. None of it's junk. None of it's any of that. So I was able to find my favorite manga series, which was never published in the United States. Bought two entire sets of it for like I don't know, $20. It was like a 12 volume series. Bought it for $20 and bought 2 of them, and then brought it back home. And so like I have, I have 2 complete sets of my favorite manga series.
Which
That's
was your
awesome. What's your
favorite
favorite
manga?
manga? Yeah, I'm curious.
What is it?
Elfen Lied.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God,
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
are friends
That
forever.
thing's
No,
awesome.
no. You
Yeah.
go away,
So-
Rabbit. He and I are friends forever.
So yeah, so at the time, Elfen Lied was not being. So now Elfen Lied's being published by Dark Horse here in the United States. But back when I was in Japan, it hadn't been announced yet. So I basically did this whole entire search. I went to every single mandarake I could possibly find, looking specifically for Elfen Lied. And then I went to every single store where they had every single volume except for number 6. And so I kind of gave up the search so I have one set of Elfen Lied that's 1 through 12 without number 6. And then I went to the final store I went to. They had one full entire pack bundled together, not individual. And I was like, well, I already bought the one missing number 6 and I can't get number 6 out of that bundle. I'll just buy a whole nother pack of it. So I did. So I have two sets of Elfen Lied.
Do you like the anime adaptation of it?
Oh yeah, I started with the anime adaptation and then realized, this is only half the story, and they made up their own ending.
Yeah.
So the manga, the manga, it has a complete other half of the story, and I mean, obviously, I prefer the manga over the anime, but the anime is how it started, and the anime will forever live in my heart, as like one of the best things I've ever seen on the face of the planet.
Brutal.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. Most def.
It's great stuff.
Now,
It's
I
definitely
can't
something I always
remember
tell
her
people
name.
to watch.
Someone help me out here. It was because you were talking about characters become popular, they vote on their favorite characters and stuff. A character that's like, even though it's old, that still gets voted on and is still beloved today, and I know exactly why. She's from Bleach. She's nowhere near the main character. Yes. And she has gigantic breasts, and they bounce a lot.
Yeah, Otime.
What?
Or Rangiku. It could be Rangoku as well.
It's Rangiku.
It's Rangiku. It's the wild one. She's still, all these years later, she still gets in the polls. That character left an impression on an entire generation of young Japanese men.
Oh, she gets my
Yeah, right.
Which is funny. I've always been a Yoruichi kind of a guy.
What do you
Is
say?
she?
Is she on the whole for college or?
Chick.
Oh yeah, I said I've always been a Yoruichi kind of guy.
You don't even own a television set, do you? Just kidding. I'm not having a go at you.
No, she's
Like,
just
awkward silence.
she's actually a cool kind of character. She's kind of tomboy-esque. She's a warrior. I think she is Shinigami, in some way.
Yeah.
But she's just
she is,
kind of the tomboy, relaxed girl who knows who she is type. She's just drawn very vivacious.
That's all right.
Quite a few of them
Doesn't
are.
mean-
Well, a couple of
That's
In
true, but
Japan,
she
that's
kinda
crazy.
No, well, she takes the cake now. Let's be fair, right? It is kind of ridiculous. But Bleach was a pretty good story, actually.
Yeah. If you read the manga and if you watch the anime, avoid the filler at all costs. But other than that, it's great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Blue Moon is having aneurysms today. We got an Iron Age.
Yeah, you will be because.
Oh
Crap! I'm not sharing my screen. I keep fucking forgetting.
And that's right, Iron
People
Age.
should
I've
remind
seen
me.
that with the Shonen Jump digital. That's really cool. It's smart, dude. It's smart. So that's the thing. The Japanese, they want to make money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
want to get product to customers.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Whatever product they want customers to have it.
Right.
Well, evidently they have not been yet tested with the ESG issue, and that's the problem. You
Well,
don't
they
have
won't
that
be.
same where, you have to buy off the CEO, and that's the question: are they willing to do that? And as long as you're making more money from your fans than you are from the ESG, then that
Well,
won't happen.
You got to
But-
understand the big pushers with DEI. or ESG, or the various other names they try to hide it under. That is something that is, of course, being promoted by the United Nations and all those little departments, WEF, and all those kind of things. But one of the big movers in that, particularly the biggest one, is BlackRock. Now, understand that BlackRock is basically New York State's, trust fund. It's basically they take and they invest money in them, and them go out and invest money and make money. But these guys had their themselves taken over by these European elites, Bilderberg corporations, and they're the ones that are forcing DEI. The problem with that is BlackRock does not own any property in Japan, nor could they ever.
Yeah, because it's not allowed.
Yeah.
Thank God.
There.
And that's actually the way it's done. They come in and they go, okay, hey, I don't have to build a business here. I just have to pay off the CEO. If you can tank, and this is how it's done. So they go in and they decide they're going to short a company. They go in and they tank that company, tank the profit. They make a profit off selling the stocks, and meanwhile they murder the IP, absolutely murder it, destroy it, run it into the ground, run off all this fame. You have a double whammy. You do it. You kill off that cultural icon that you want to get rid of, much like you would do in Mao's China for Cultural Revolution. And then you go ahead and you actually short the stock at the same time, making money hand over fist by destroying this company.
Or not making, or losing money. So they don't care.
It's a win-win.
I've seen these jackasses, Rosa.
on board and.
Yeah, but it's not even that though, Rosa. It's so much bigger than that. That is small thinking. I've seen them. Rosa, I've seen them short an entire country's economy.
Yeah. They make
to get a single politician, right?
Oh yeah.
It's really ridiculous. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're evil.
They are evil. Yeah.
It's called capture. That's what it's called, elite capture. And that's the name of the technique. And you go in and you take the leaders, and then they agree whether it's the leader of a company or the leader of a country.
Yeah, but they can't. That magic doesn't work here in Asia.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why it's actually used mainly in the West.
Yeah, because they're all underneath the Swiss banks. Yeah.
Well, we're also dumb enough to fall for it too.
Well. Speak for yourself.
Oh yeah, well, it's actually about corruption. You're willing to sell out your entire country for a buck, then you'll do it, and that comes down to greed.
They're willing to literally mutilate their own children for an idea. So there you go.
Yep.
Now Rabbit is doing a character here. She's one of the team. One of the Japan's defense force. Now I know in the English version I saw they called it something like anti-kaiju defense force, but that's not what the Japanese. I listened to it.
I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head.
But yeah, the English one they had a different name for. In the Japanese one, it was just the Japanese Defense Force. It didn't mention kaiju whatsoever. Which is their Jietai is how you say it here, and because the Japanese aren't allowed to have an army because of their little shenanigans. About 80 years ago.
What happened?
Yeah, I wonder what happened. But they call it the Jietai. It's not a guntai. But it effectively is one of the most powerful militaries on the planet.
But I mean, if there were, kaiju that showed up, you'd have to have somebody to take care of them. And
you would. That is true. Yeah. That is definitely true. I don't remember this character's name, Rabbit, but she is.
Kikaru? I think it's Kikaru.
Oh, that's who I'm drawing to.
Kikaru.
I'm just not displaying. Whoops.
No, I didn't realize.
Interesting name choice. That's what you name your cat. Huh.
Kikaru? So it would be like. Does it have like an English equivalent or?
Kikaru. Kikaru would be Little Paws, I guess.
Little Paws. Oh, okay.
Aww.
That's cute.
Kikaru, where are you? In a manga.
Big sigh this early.
Amaran. Hi.
Yeah, what?
How you doing? So
what?
Do you have you got family there drawing for you? You got a daughter up there?
Huh?
Huh? What?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Are you drawing?
I am drawing, yeah.
You don't have someone impersonating you online here?
No, why?
Oh no, no reason.
That's just warm up
What?
skit.
Oh.
I know what I'm
I
doing.
just
Yeah.
say,
man.
which character are you doing? Is this Kafka?
Yeah, main
himself?
dude, yeah.
Kafka.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it like he's happy, sad, angry,
He's like
scared,
Well, he is
worried.
in a bit
I'm
of a
just gonna.
predicament, to be fair. It's like every day his life is on the line, as far as what I understood. Is that correct, Rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Because he's infected, therefore he should be killed, right? He should be destroyed. But
Yeah,
as
that's
long as
their
he's valuable.
instant reaction to when they find out.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Well, the only reason they don't is because he saves them in that one bit, but
yeah, it's true.
They take him off to get arrested first.
And I'm assuming there's a way deeper story going on here. The Japanese don't do things so surface. They get a little bit too cosmic quite often. But I know Kaiju number 9. No, there's 10 of the ones that they actually give numbers to. The real big, bad, dangerous ones. Kaiju number 9 is the main enemy he's dealing with right now.
Kaiju number 9.
And he's the one Rabbit talked about, walks amongst humanity as a human and makes all kind of trouble. He has machinations.
So does he like change his appearance so people don't recognize him, or
well, he goes from being the size of the Empire State Building down to human size? So
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like he's taking the place of the spirit world, previous spirit world kind of. They walk among humans. Nobody sees them. Supernatural.
Oh no, they can see him. He just looks like a normal human.
Does he look like a normal human when he's the size of a building, or is he a monster?
No.
Oh,
He looks like a monster.
I don't like his design. I think Kaiju number 10 looks way better than Kaiju number 9.
I guess they got to practice a little by the time they got to 10.
And of course, our hero here, Kafka, Kaiju number 8, he is way more powerful than he should be, and we haven't seen his ultimate form, I'm sure. And there's going to be a story on why that is. I'm
Why
positive.
Yeah.
I
watched the first episode of it.
Yeah. Mainly, I looked at the manga, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's on my list. I just haven't started it. I have so many to watch.
Like I said, I'd never heard of it. Never. But it's clearly a big hit, obviously. But what was the last thing my kids tried to show me? It's been a while because they're all like married or getting married, so it's been a while we've done that. But what was it?
With your grandkids.
Mob Psycho 100.
That shit's funny.
I have to say the anime, because that's what they showed me. It has, in the fight scenes, that is stunningly beautiful.
Yeah,
they really do a good job with that. It's gorgeous.
I believe, isn't that, I forget which production house does that one.
I don't know, but it was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it shifts because the main character is drawn very badly because the mangaka is a bad artist, very bad artist. So they were kind of homaging him with the character being very poorly drawn around a normally looking character, so it's bizarre. But when the fight scenes kick off, it just what just happened?
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same artist as One Punch Man. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why Wanpaman is so popular. It just seems so boring to me. I mean, because he's so emotionless.
That's the humor of it. That's the humor of it, though. Is that fighting crime was so easy that it became boring, and he became disillusioned to being a superhero.
Yeah.
Like that's the joke. But it kind of was the first of its kind, and then everybody started copying it. So as you do with everything.
Plus, I mean, let's be fair, the first season was animated freaking amazing.
Yeah, well, because it was Madhouse. I mean, if you have Madhouse doing your animation, then you've already won. You've gotten the best studio on the face of the planet to do your, which is probably why they didn't come back to the second season, because they're like, wow, that was great, but it was so expensive. So
Yeah, and then unfortunately they ruined it by getting a shit company to rush it
yeah,
through.
because Madhouse is a move. They make movies. So if you get them to do a TV series, you're basically paying a movie budget per episode.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So it's kind of insane to get Madhouse, but I mean, they're the best for a reason, right? And then of course there's Production IG, which is behind them, and then Studio 9 Degrees Celsius.
Yeah, and these studios got a lot of people sitting down working, by the way. Iron Age Media says if you don't need money from euro dollar banks, then you're less likely to get subverted. Of course, that's true. He continues saying you don't need to make money if you have control and can print more later. True. One Punch Man is funny in season 1 and then falls off the cliff, in my opinion. Elrod says, sorry, can't make it tonight. House AC is out, and my drawing room feels like a sauna. Sadder.
Oh, that's
it's pretty warm here.
Sweat. Fire.
That's how I get out of this. Is I just say my room is hot, because my room is wicked hot right now.
I was going to say,
yeah,
I
but
had
he's a
stress
really
test
old
today.
man.
Yes, he's 200 years old.
I've seen pictures of him. He's not that old.
He's old. He's really old.
You can watercolor with a sweat.
Super archaic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I can make it to my heart stress test, he can make it through that.
Well, he calls.
I had one today.
Well, Rosa, he calls you, I, and Jeff and Eric whippersnappers.
Yeah, right.
You brought this
Buck up.
Wolverine.
Get off
Just
my
do a
lawn.
colonoscopy. That's even better.
No, that's the Wolverine movie. Yes.
Goodness gracious.
Elrod remembered when Franz Ferdinand got shot.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that part.
Yeah. It was a
That
bad
was
day.
a great day, man.
And then somehow the Germans got blamed. Weird. Muslim kills someone, and then the Germans get blamed. Okay.
It's always the Germans.
I guess. Yeah, I suppose so.
The German.
And now
Yeah, there
Andrew's
Germans.
doing the same little character, the girl character. Guess she's caught the attention of the men here. No one's doing Mina, huh?
I'm
I
trying
mean,
Mina.
I would have if I had more time. I'm
I
just
can't
kinda
be
doing
bothered to draw that freaking gun she uses.
I'm kind of just doing a sketch
I am.
because I got to get
I
back
just
to
started
the
drawing her now.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Eric is
Am I
doing
drawing
the Kaiju. Was that Armor? No, that was Andrew. I'm looking at Andrew.
Yeah.
She's a good-looking character. She carries a giant battle axe. So,
Yeah,
Oh, there you
yes.
go. That's exciting.
What do you want? Alan,
everybody loves a cute killing machine.
That's true.
Of
That is true.
course.
Well, I
That's what
remember-
Japan's really good at.
They are, and I remember a movie came out I saw and fell in love with it instantly, and it's still kind of on my list. Is Tank Girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at a 90s classic, right?
Yeah, it was so good.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so good. It was wrong in so many ways, and Ice-T's in it.
He is.
He was a
He's
kangaroo.
He's a kangaroo. You know.
What? Oh, that's amazing. Kangaroos are
Basically,
cute.
it's Gamma World without them calling it Gamma World, is what it is.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
Alan, just so you know,
Have you read
they're
the
not displaying.
comics?
No, I have. Well, no,
The
that's
movie.
yes, I have. I have read one or two. Yeah, I have actually, because I went researching it later. But I just love that movie.
Oh yeah, the movie's fantastic as
Super
well.
cute.
Cast as well.
Perfect casting, actually. Yeah, perfect casting. Yeah, that girl is. I
Laurie
can't remember
Petty.
her name, but she was exactly.
Laurie Petty.
Laurie, yeah, she was amazing.
Yeah, she was in loads of stuff back in the day.
And she's got
And
you
Point
know,
Break.
what was that?
Point Break.
Point
Yeah,
Break.
she was in
Yeah.
Point Break.
Well,
Yeah.
she's got that Gwen Stefani energy going on, right?
No, Gwen Stefani has the Laurie Petty energy going.
All right, we'll take that. That's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that. Well, no, because Gwen's got that super cute little punky girl thing going on, right?
Ellie ripped it off.
She probably did. There you go, Alan. Oh wow. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Alan ain't playing today. Ain't no jokes here. All right.
Oh, okay.
Waka, motherfuckers.
That's right. You get him. Old Fozzie Bear in the house.
Fuzzy bear.
Well, I know we had Elmo had a gun, but it should have been Fozzie has a gun. That's what it should have been.
Elmo has a gun.
Everybody loves me.
Alan's taking no prisoners.
He is not. Yeah. He's even dude, he's cross-hatching.
Ooh,
What?
fancy.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
that's illegal.
Yeah, that's an
Yellow
illegal
card
move.
on the
Look at this.
field.
Tell him I'm wrong.
Ooh,
Yellow
fancy.
card on the field.
Banned. Kick him.
Just a pretty
Kick
can.
him.
You know, I saw John Dillard many years ago. He was
Yeah.
answering questions about, how to do various artistic things. He was being very serious, which I know is unlike John.
What?
Yeah,
I
know.
don't believe that.
He was. It was on, who was that guy, the Hawaiian guy that did Skunk Girl? What was his name again?
You know what, Mark
Manny.
Miller?
Manny. It was
Yeah.
on Manny's channel, yeah. And John was just kind of doing a little bit of a tutorial on various artistic things. And he was talking, and he was doing that, he'd draw this and explain this, or what, this depth perception or whatever. I mean, John's a very accomplished artist, right? But then he just kind of just answering questions, talking in general, and whilst he was doing it, he just started cross-hatching on the page. And at first,
dear.
I looked at it, I was like, well, that doesn't look good. All right, we'll see where this goes. And he just kept doing it. He kept doing it. And by the time it was done, it was like this amazing little freaking portrait thing, dude.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Chiaroscuro. It's like you just start cross-hatching and making it happen.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It just comes together.
That was a cool little moment with John because, he does like joking around. I like his sense of humor, actually. But he actually knows exactly what he's doing. I don't know if he went to school or I don't know, but he knows exactly precisely what he's doing.
He's always said he didn't go to school. He just learned how to draw like 5 years ago.
I don't believe
You're
that.
kidding.
That's what he says.
I don't know about that. I don't believe that at all. Because the way he was talking and explaining, that's either just a lifetime of experience or trained knowledge. The way he was explaining it, right? I mean, he could be a
There's some
savant, I guess, but I don't believe it. Yeah,
There are some people that just have it.
yeah, I don't feel that that's John though.
It's true, but like people who just have it need to like still have learned knowledge of the information on how it gets there. Otherwise, you're just doing bad habits. Because like the reason why you go to school is to kind of erase bad habits from being self-taught, and so that's like the benefit of going to school is
Yeah.
learning how to do proper procedures and everything.
Yeah, mechanics. Yeah.
You can have a big boat, but you still gotta learn how to sail it, right, ladies?
Ooh. All right.
Oh, that was rather unexpected.
It's rather
rather
unexpected. Who you put? So you're putting the onus on the girls there? You lazy shit. All right.
I said waka waka.
You did.
Fine.
You did.
Okay, fine.
You did. It's funny. Actually, I like this is really cool how this is coming up, Amran. Now this is Mina. He's doing here.
Nice.
And I have to say, the Japanese do know how to do female badass. They know how to draw it, to animate it, right?
Mm.
Because in the West, when they want a female badass, especially recently, she moves like a man, and it's
Well,
ridiculous.
Well,
that's-
I
They
was on
always drive a
stream-
Subaru.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on stream yesterday, and one of the guys was talking about how they actually would skin. They would take a male body and a male face, and they would just skin it with a female face.
Have we
They would just
talked
put on
about?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Have we
it
talked
looks-
about the Jean Grey character in the
Oh
Wolverine.
no, yeah, from the new game coming out. Oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
I
no.
thought it was
Wolverine
looking
starting-
at Mary Jane. I thought it was looking at another design of Mary Jane again. It looks
That's so
exactly
bad.
the same.
Well, they
They've gone
It's-
No, they
exactly
said
the same with the
They said they
design.
were actually doing that on purpose. They would take a male body and a male face, and they would just reskin it. So you have the skull
It-
the same size. That's the Uncanny Valley
Well,
experience.
No, you got to
It looks like
understand.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, but
It's
what,
hideous.
what they're
It's hideous.
doing, what they're doing is they're trying to slyly hide every character's transgender. Is what they're really
Yeah.
doing. These aren't women. These are they're just winking at you. These are transgenders.
Well, it's
because
also
they're all obsessed.
It's also the nothing can be beautiful anymore. Like
Yeah.
beauty, you can't have beautiful women anymore. Beautiful women make ugly women uncomfortable. Heavy air quotes, ugly women uncomfortable.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it's like, oh no, we have to be nice to everybody. So instead of making things beautiful, you have to make it ugly.
Well,
And
yeah, my
It even takes it beyond that point, though, because they're saying that even an ugly woman, and we say in quotes, ugly, well, still looks like a woman. There are certain things. you
correct.
can't-
Yes,
they're-
correct.
they're
It's fem-
skulls. And
yeah,
so
it's still
you actually
feminine.
destroy that.
Well-
You hide them as men, and
Well,
you
you
actually
know-
make a man with a woman's face.
That is weird to me, though, Andrew, because I know a person who I will not identify. She's about, I don't know, 200 pounds overweight. Ugly as sin. Attitude about as good as a cactus. And she's been married 3 times. So, I don't know that ugly women are having a hard time at all. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
Because that's the thing about being a woman. There's always some dude that finds you attractive. Doesn't matter what you look like. That ain't true for us.
Aw, poor little dudes.
But and that's the big thing about art, though, right? Is everybody, when people do art, like that's one of the things about Japanese art that I still really enjoy, is they run off of idealism. And the idea is that everything is drawn in ideals. Like every artist, every individual artist who has learned how to draw and develop their own style is drawing in their own personal ideals, how they see the world. And so like this purposeful getting rid of idealism, where like men are fine. Like men can still be Doom Guy, men can still be chiseled jaw and have like a stubbly beard or whatever, and
Thank you.
you know, be based off of the model that they've been given. But for some reason,
You're welcome.
women, the ideals of women have to go away. Like they can't have perky breasts, they can't have flat stomachs, they can't have, you know, like a booty. Like it's like this
They
really
do.
odd. They
Androgynous,
do.
basically.
I don't know. They've erased a couple characters' booties. Like, have you
Well,
seen
no,
them
I'm
patch
saying
out
I married
a bunch
one of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, real ones. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm talking about like in the making of idealism and art. Like all
Yes.
the idealism is being taken away from those things.
Surprise to me. It's always been the same since all of history. Who's doing all the complaining? Some monster, right? Some hog, right? Always doing the complaining. It's always some jealous hog who, you know, it's since the beginning of time, and they're always girls are so catty against each other. It's hilarious. I worked with someone that was very pretty, and if anyone came through that door that was just as pretty or a little prettier than she was, oh my god, it was like daggers came out of her eyes.
It's so weird to me because is it like a cultural thing? Like, is it just California?
No
Oh,
way.
it's like American women.
No, 'cause
It's all of America.
Oh yeah, because my grandmother. When I talk to my grandmother, it is the funniest conversation because she's just like, I can't stand being around women. I just can't. Like, she's like, women are crazy. Women are catty. They can't be friends with each other. It's just like that. Well, and granted, my grandmother grew up with brothers. Like, and that's just a woman who grew up with brothers. You can always tell is like.
Well, Andrew, I'm a world traveler, so I can give you some insight on women outside of America. They're all like that.
I mean,
But
hello. I am also a world traveler, Chester. Thank you very much.
maybe
Ooh.
it's because I'm not in that culture,
Oh, come
but
on,
I've never had
Rosa.
that.
You know that. You know how women are,
Yeah, women are
Well,
nuts with it.
I mean, or maybe it's that
and we
cutthroat.
still love you.
I appreciate that, but I, honest to God, I've never had somebody treat me differently. Maybe it's because I'm not good looking enough. I just never noticed. But honestly, there's that point where I didn't see that ugliness with it. But maybe it's because I was a school teacher and we tried to treat each other nice.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, what I've noticed
That
is
backfired.
this, and I live in a culture where the women are very polite and very nice, and you don't see cattiness at all. It's very rare, right? But women are incredibly competitive against each other. It's just how you are. Men can be competitive in something that's competitive, right? But we're not competitive against each other, right? Directly. It's indirectly. We're playing baseball or you're doing art or whatever like that. It's not the person, it's the event. But women are
A
very
good example.
competitive against each other, and this is universal, right? Now, if it's allowed to get to such a point where the women's the balance of power is so out of control, like it is in America, then it becomes this cacophony of disgusting, hateful noise. But in a normal, balanced society, it's just normal and it works fine. But that's just kind of the generalization of women, right?
I guess maybe it is because I was teaching young children, so our
Well, that's
expectations were different.
different.
So you didn't have this. Oh, you have to be pretty. You have to be sexy. You would dress up, but I mean, we did. We actually dressed up. We would have little dresses and we wore our hair up and everything like that. But it wasn't that kind of
Well,
culture, I guess.
when I first came here, my wife had this genius idea. Let's do preschool classes,
Yeah.
which meant you do preschool classes because, I'm the one that's teaching.
Yeah.
Who's
So I
going to the toilet?
basically moved all the table. I know someone's using the toilet. I moved all the tables and I put this nice cushy kind of blanket quilt on the floor. I insisted that the
Yay.
Oh
mothers
Jesus!
be there. Uh,
Someone
and
has a drainage problem.
yeah, they do. I insisted the parents be there, and we had all these little, 3, 4-year-old kids on the quilt, and I'm trying to do, bear, tiger,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And I'll give you an example of what I saw. Right, you had one little girl who was a little bit selfish, and one boy had, I think it was a ball, right? A little boy. It was like 3 or something like that. And she wanted the ball. She didn't ask for it. She just took it from him. And of course, he started crying. And then another girl took the ball from her and gave it back to the boy. But see, the other girls, because it was mostly girls, right? The other girls fought over taking the ball back from the boy so that they could give it to him.
We're gonna do
This is 3, 4-year-olds. So there was basically a war going on in the room between the little baby girls fighting over who was going to give the ball back to the boy, while the boy just cried the entire time, which is pretty normal.
What's going on?
I'm going to guess it's
Someone's
a
on an
pencil
airplane.
sharpener.
No,
Oh, it
somebody's
might be my
somebody's
dishwasher.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
my
dishwasher.
dishwasher.
Okay.
I didn't put it on. My brother probably did it before I went to bed. He didn't say anything. I can't turn it off.
What a good brother.
I got a
We can't
dishwasher
stop it.
too, but
We
I
can't
call
stop
her
it now.
Jennifer.
Oh, yeah.
Wah,
There you go.
wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Employee of the month.
But I'm just saying, it's an individual can be anything, Rosa. But we do humans have generalizations.
Mute him.
There are generalizations regarding it.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Yes, I think, but I do think there is that you can encourage a culture of not being just absolutely awful.
Well, it works. It works in many places.
Yeah, and that's when you're allowed to be ugly like that. When that's encouraged, because that's not something I've seen out here, and maybe it's because I'm in the country. I'm way out in the country. We have to have each other in our lives.
It probably is better. Yeah,
God,
that's true.
It is different. I'm not up against somebody based on my looks. I'm up against whether or not I can.
Well, in the media, and therefore in the blue cities particularly, I'd say, but in the media, women have all the authority and power now. So there's no balance. And that's why you see this incredible level of cattiness, hatefulness, just disgusting behavior, is because there's no balance. If you flood the other way and there's been some war or some kind of situation and the men have way too much power, you see bad things happen. right? It's always the case. But most places in the world, their cultures are fairly balanced between the sexes, right? You know, rabbit.
Uh-huh.
Mute yourself.
Oh my
That
god.
sounds like you're in
Cracking me
an
up.
airplane toilet.
I can't even hear it that loud. I don't know how you can, to be honest with you.
Oh, it sounds like a toilet being flushed with large floaters. That's what it sounds like.
It's terrible.
And it's vacuumed. It's
Yeah.
being vacuumed through. Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
amazing
that's
thing
lazy.
is,
Because
Rosa,
I'm in the
through
middle of
all of
something.
it, even the worst of it, we still love you.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
No, it just means men are stupid. So
We appreciate
Well,
it.
but
Appreciate
you also
men
have to
being stupid. I
remember.
love
You also have to remember, it's not men that hate women; it's women that hate
oh
women.
my
Yes,
God,
actually,
dude. Yeah.
the ones
It's
that are the worst to
jeez.
each other that yes, that women are far more destructive when it comes to friendships and things like that.
Yeah.
All it takes is one being that way, and like I said, it depends on the culture to push back. When that behavior is seen as bad, then women will get together and
Oh,
actually
yeah.
out her. I will
Yeah,
say that if you had
it's
one
all
woman
comes
that was
down to
being
the women. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, they have
Men
to
have no
govern
say.
themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
that's
villain,
why it's not working here
Oh no, it's
because
out
the
of it's
villain
out
in
of
every
balance.
soap opera.
That's true.
The
yeah,
villain
And
in
he's
every
usually
Mexican soap opera is always another woman.
yeah, but
yeah,
the dude with the eye patch is always lingering in the back.
yes, he always
He's
is in the back.
somebody's evil twin, so
He is. That's true. All hail Telemundo.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like I just came into the middle of a very exciting story.
Well,
Well,
who
What?
is
Steve,
who is
Steve
that?
in Days of Our Lives.
Oh right.
Oh,
He has a
really?
patch. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh
always
yeah.
an eye
That
patch guy.
No,
But
that's why I know that.
who was
Please.
the luchador, Alan, who fought vampires?
Ooh,
El
that's
Santo?
Santo.
El Santo.
El Santo. That's right. Yeah,
Yes, he's in my story. He's in my book. I feature him.
that is
He's
cool.
my hero's favorite hero.
Nice.
And he did
Yeah,
it
El Santo's the man.
in his luchador outfit as well.
Yes, and he
Yep,
wore that luchador outfit all the days of his life.
I
He
bet
took
you
it
did.
like Clayton Moore did for the Lone Star, for the Lone Ranger. He actually, it was Huerta. Is that Alan? Do I have this right? El
I don't
Santo's
remember
real
his
name.
real name. I don't
Dude,
remember. I
you're
don't.
too young.
I don't
You're
remember
too
it.
young, man. Yeah, but he wore it in real life. He never took the mask off. He took it off the week before he died. He saw it. He did it on a surprise thing on a visit to TV, and when he took the mask off, a week later he passed away.
Aw.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
still don't know what Rey Mysterio looks like. I know his son's ugly as
Dude,
shit
nobody
though.
knows.
I've seen
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
he's actually revealed
Either
himself at
12
one point.
or
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Did he?
57.
Is he really?
Ray, you know he's
He's
old.
got a baby face. Yeah, but
Dude,
I
that's
mean, he's like
old.
an old guy with a baby face though, so it's like
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want
he
to
looks
see
like
it.
he's
I
I
don't
know.
want to. I don't want to. He's
You
the
don't want to have it
619
spoiled.
baby. I don't need anything else. He needs to retire though. I'm getting worried for him.
I'll be back in a couple
Really?
minutes.
Sure, you will. You're
Yeah,
leaving us now,
How
aren't
dare
you?
you?
he's a very
Yes, I
very
am.
small wrestler, professional wrestler. And I know it's choreographed, but those guys are serious athletes and they throw their body around pretty hard, right?
No,
And
I
he's
actually am a software developer, but
yeah.
that's
Well,
neither here nor there.
we're talking about Rey Mysterio. Don't disrespect the legend. But he's getting old. He's old, and I'm worried that he's going to break something really bad.
Well,
Well,
he
yeah.
accidentally killed somebody not too long ago
Did he?
What?
What?
Really? For
Jesus.
real?
It happens.
What?
See?
in the ring.
It happens.
Oh no.
It was a
Dude.
complete accident,
Yeah, of
They're
course.
just doing a match and it happens. And but he broke somebody's neck on a
Dude,
Oh,
I think that's the second or third time that's happened
on the rope.
recently to wrestlers.
Oh, a lot
Those
of the
those high
wrestlers
flyers,
die.
you
Yeah.
know, it's you sign up for that,
Yeah. Except
Yeah.
for that black guy that just stabbed people in the ring just directly.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Oh, jeez. Then of course you had Abdullah the Butcher. We probably shouldn't talk about him.
Shh, you're fine.
Well, he earned his name.
Yes, he did. No one will meet the Iron Shake, though. Iron Shake was awesome.
Well, yeah, but he was cool, straight up dude, though.
Cool,
Very,
dude. Nice.
very professional. I missed the old Toho days when Godzilla would put someone in a headlock and then do an
Yeah.
atomic drop on them.
Drop.
I miss those days.
Because of course you would.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't Godzilla do that?
I saw Godzilla do a tail slide over about 10-mile range and do a drop kick on someone. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
floating around the internet at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
Well, yeah, but it's Gamera. I'm gonna advocate for my fave.
Oh, I love
Gamera's
Gamera.
the one.
Gamera.
Yeah, because doing the uneven bars where they go fly off.
That's a thing that all Japanese kids do,
The unevens.
Fly off of uneven bars?
Yeah. No, they do. They have them in the recess areas, and the kids will spin around on them and play on them.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
They used to
goodness.
let us do cool things like that. That was called the monkey bars.
Well, yeah.
Monkey
But over
bars
here
are
in
awesome.
Asia, the kids still do physical activity at school. Like when I was a kid.
What?
Yeah.
You lie.
Yeah.
Do they play dodgeball though?
They do. They love it.
You can still play
Can I dodge your
dodgeball.
wrench?
They play kickball too. They play
Sure.
tag, and they call it onigoko.
Onigoko.
They play hide and seek. They play red light, green light.
Kick the can.
Red Robin. No, that didn't make it here. Of course, they
Yeah.
invented rock paper scissors, and they still do that all the time.
Whip and stick.
No, not that one. Yeah, I think that takes a certain level of poverty for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I mean they do all kind of physical stuff. They exercise. They're quite strenuous on the kids, as they should be.
Well, I guess that's good, right?
It is good. No, it's definitely
Well, I
good.
hope they don't hurt themselves on
Oh
the
no,
monkey
they
bars,
should
too.
hurt themselves. What's the point?
You think the point is to hurt themselves?
Amy.
Yeah, you gotta thin the herd there, Amy.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah.
You are gonna coddle your kids so bad.
I know it's
So
gonna
hard,
be bad,
Amy.
dude. It's gonna be bad. But no, like with my kids, for instance, Amy, I told my children you have to do some kind of physical activity. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you have to do something. My daughter had narrowed it when she was real little. She narrowed it down to either karate or ballet. And I sat there in the back of my head, didn't say nothing because I said I wouldn't, right? Daddy needs to be consistent. So I said nothing, right? But the back of my head the whole time was ballet, 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 ballet. The universe heard me, and she chose ballet.
Really?
I figured she would choose
Oh.
have to
No,
deal with
she
it.
chose ballet. Well, ballet is so
Aw.
much better for a female body, right?
Well, maybe it's a good thing you didn't say it, or she might have chose karate just to be difficult.
Well, she was
Yeah,
only
really?
5 at the time, so she wasn't quite in that mode
Oh,
yet. But no, I told him you got to pick something, but I'm not going to interfere with it. My son chose kendo, but he also did baseball, and he also did rugby, and now he's doing bodybuilding. He did dancing somewhere in there as well. But I kind of insisted my kids keep up with some kind of physical activity, and it paid off.
Well,
My
there you
daughter
go.
is very fit female, and my son is literally a bodybuilder.
Sweet.
He's a lucky man.
And why?
There you go. What in the world?
Where is that guy?
What are you going to
I don't know.
Dead air. Okay, who's
Oh,
got it?
sorry.
So Chester,
Yeah.
what's up with this flesh eating disease that's popping up in Japan? You know anything
Oh,
about
no.
that?
No,
Kaiju number 11.
I've seen some examples of it throughout my time here, though. Matter of fact,
I don't know. Past couple days, they've just been talking about like this weird fleshing disease that's been going around. It says it could go to a global level.
Oh
No, not again.
I'm not doing it again. They're just going to have to do it without me. I'm sorry.
It is something that exists here because her, well, like I said, they're not really family, but they're close enough to be family. But the old lady in that family, some years back, she got that, and she lost her middle finger on her left hand, I think it is.
Wow.
So it does exist, but it's not something I've seen more than twice.
Well, one of the things I found here was that it was sometimes associated with the use of ibuprofen.
I don't know. Yeah.
Good thing I don't use ibuprofen.
No, that's the reason I don't use ibuprofen.
I would assume it's
Damn
some
it, I
manner
use
of
ibuprofen.
parasite or bacteria.
It says it's streptococcal. Streptococcal toxic shock syndrome cases in Japan hit record high. Rare flesh-eating bacteria that can kill in 2 days spreads in Japan. Will it affect the rest of the world?
Mm-hmm.
Spread of deadly flesh-eating in Japan raises global concerns. Japan reports record spike in flesh-eating bacteria infections.
Well, we do have another bacteria, streptococcal bacteria, that's going around that's giving people sore throats for quite a long time. That is going around. This winter we had that trouble. One of my students has that problem. But
wow.
yeah, those strep bacteria can be brutal.
Oh yeah.
But nothing that's turning people into kaiju yet.
No, well,
Good.
the
Thank
government
goodness.
could be hiding it from us, to be fair.
That's right.
That's why they need those kaiju cleanup crews.
That's right.
But I mean, I figured I was just like scrolling through this on whatever I'm reading here, and I was just like, I'll just go to the source. Somebody who's there in the middle of it, has he heard of it? And you said no, and I was like, okay, then it's probably not that big of a deal. It's probably just sensationalism running around on the news.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's an excuse. That's what it is.
No, really, the thing that's been on the news the past few days, and it's the headline news, of course. Last weekend, it was 2 American pit bulls got out of a car, and the police were chasing them. Of course, no one mentioned they're all panic, right? American pit bulls, the most dangerous thing in the world. But of course, the owner was like, "They're very nice."
Yeah.
Yeah,
freaking ugly dogs too.
Yeah, they're just
like everybody like they're
pups,
so
right?
cute. Don't hurt my fur baby. It's just like this freaking
cops are gonna shoot them, sure.
Halloween mask with 4 legs.
Yeah. But what they've been talking about recently is Hokkaido's been having a lot of bear attacks, a lot of bear problems. And well, because they've had a boom, because we've had very cool summers for quite a while. So there's plenty of food and stuff, but there's too many bears, right? And the town pays professional hunter. In Japan, they have professional hunters, right? Kind of like in the South, where they got to deal with the pigs because there's just too many of them. But the problem is the hunters want. Well, I'll just change it into dollars. Want basically $450, $500 a day to do the job. And the town wants to give him, which sounds about right. But the town wants to pay him $80 a day.
What?
And they're arguing with each other whilst people are being attacked and mauled by bears. And this is on the national news every day for the past at least 4 or 5 days.
Oh, wow.
I mean, is there some kind of really terrible budget crisis that they can't afford people dealing with dangerous animals? Like,
well, I'm going to let Andrew answer that question by giving him one word: bucho.
I know that word.
You know, the bosses, the idiot bosses that don't know shit, but they're in charge of everything.
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
Japan has mastered a little thing we call red tape.
Yes. Yeah.
So the fact that there are bears attacking people is not nearly so important as the right person, I guess, saying the right thing.
Well, in the end, the Japanese public are definitely siding with the hunters because everyone's like, yeah, that sounds about right. But $500 a day, yeah, sounds about right. I mean, they are literally putting their lives in danger, to go in the mountain and hunt bears.
They're fighting bears.
Bears. You know,
like how much do they pay the tiger hunters? Probably more than
some women out there.
I want to see what these dudes look like. Do they look like really tough? Do they look like a mountain man? Like, can you show us a picture?
of a
Like a
Japanese
Japanese
hunter.
bounty hunter.
Yeah,
They're
a Japanese
they're
bear
very
hunter.
short. They wear the very typical Japanese uniform. They usually have boots with buckles. They will put the Japanese leg and arm covers on, and they have a hunter's cap that is usually light pale green.
Like
Oh,
Elmer Fudd?
And then I've seen them shooting at the bear on news reports and stuff. They don't know how to carry a gun though, which is
Oh
a
no.
bit disconcerting to me,
Oh
because
no.
they literally shoot their rifles from the hip. It's like
Oh,
they
Oh,
watch
good
the
heavens.
riflemen or something.
no, actually, that's just instinctive shooting. You just shoot from the hip.
No,
Pew pew.
no. I
No,
grew up
I've
with
done it.
guns. It's not how you. That's not how you do it.
I do it
You're
with a
talking to
shotgun.
a Texan.
That's a 12 gauge.
Break your
Well,
fingers.
No, I did it one handed with a 12 gauge. I am not lying to you.
Mm,
And I did not break my.
Nice.
Rose is just a tough lady. That's what we're talking about
I'm
here
just
right
gonna leave
now.
it
That's
there. I've shot all kind of guns, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put that Ted against my shoulder and lock up on that son of a bitch.
Well, no,
I
you're
tell
right
you
to do
what,
that because I did it one
I'm a
time.
big
I
old
didn't do it
dude.
again. I did it one time, and that was
Rose
all
is
I
just
needed to do.
Rose is just built different, but we already
That's
knew
fair.
this.
That's fair. That's
Because
fair.
I was like, I did it at a Boy Scout camp because I had to prove something. So I'm like, okay, and I just did it one handed, reached up and just. But I'm telling you something. Yes, my thumb hurt. It hurt like a crazy monkey.
Of course
But
it
I
did.
did not show
Yeah.
anybody. I didn't show anybody. I was like, whoosh, and I was like gone, and everybody was like, yeah.
But they're
Great.
running around the field.
Yay.
They got their rifles, and these are rifles that have those really nice cheek stocks on them too, right?
Oh
They're
yeah.
designed. They're really
Mhm.
those things are expensive, and they're
Yeah.
running around with them hanging down at their hip. Their hands are on the trigger, right? And I'm like, God, please don't anyone walk in front of the other, right?
Oh yes.
And one guy shoots and one shot though. I mean, he's a good shot, but I was just that's just
Mhm.
not how you fire a gun, dude. So I don't know.
Goodness.
It was weird to me, but I have seen it, yeah. But that's the
That's
big
cool
news.
though.
So nothing about any kind of
Wow.
streptococcal bacterial, outbreaks now.
You can't shoot
But we
them.
should be. So what you're saying is we should be worrying about the globalization of bear attacks
I
from
would,
Japan.
I would be, yeah, I would be.
And we can give Rose a shotgun and she can go take them out for $450 a day. That's pretty good,
That's
right?
right. One-handed too. Shoot one shotgun in each hand because she's like, I can shoot them one-handed, and then she just does. Just shooting
I have
bears
not
with
done
it.
the left hand yet.
I actually only have one bear experience in my whole life. I went
Oh
to
really?
one of those wild meat dinners and I ate bear. It didn't
Oh
taste
yeah.
good. But I've only seen a bear in the wild once. And
Mhm.
I was with a bunch of friends of mine, and we paid for a hunting tour in Colorado. I think it was Colorado. Yeah, Colorado.
Oh,
And we went up and we were hunting elk. That
Nice.
we
all
got our
right.
license and everything. We took a trip. We got a cabin, and
Mhm.
had been there for a few days, and I had got my elk, the day before, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I think I only had one. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I only had one tag. I can't remember, but I only got one. But I got my elk the day before, and in the morning I was just kind of doing some extra things I needed to do with prep and all that. I was just busy. So the other guys went up the mountain and went into the valley we were hunting in, and they were ahead of me. And I said, "I'll catch up." So I go
Okay.
and
Oh,
I
that's
do
the
my
thing in
stuff.
every sports story ever.
Well, no, it
Mhm.
didn't. Nothing bad happened.
Oh yeah.
I follow
And
after
then he
him.
Lies.
died.
Well, no, I died. Then I died. I climb up the mountain. I'm crossing the ridge because we had been there for several days, and there was a easier path to go down into the valley, right? So I would
Mhm.
just
This
cross
is
on
a
the
horror
top of the
story.
ridge, and I was in an area that was just kind of open grass, but there was
Mhm.
like this small grove or forest on the ridge to my right, and I was
Mhm.
walking in, and I had my gun. On my left side, just
Mhm.
walking, as you do. You put it in the crook of your arm, you walk.
Mhm.
And I'm walking along, and out of the side of my right eye, I saw a big old bear was walking in the forest, and he was paralleling me, following me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
big old son of a bitch too, dude. They're
Oh
big, man.
yeah.
And this I don't know, grizzly or whatever they are. But
Mhm.
I just kind of very
Neat.
slowly took the gun and put it in the crook of my right arm. and put
Mhm.
my finger very close to the trigger.
Right.
And
Very good.
I kept walking, and I
Mhm.
got to the point where I was going to drop into the valley. He stopped and just watched me go over the ridge. And that was it. That's my bear story.
Nice.
Mm.
But
That is
Wow.
so
dude,
cool.
shit and bricks, man.
I bet you are.
He saw one bear walking into another bear's territory.
That's
He's
right.
just
That's
he's
right.
just like, what's that?
Yeah.
What's that bear doing over there?
Yeah,
Look at
but
that bear. That
now
bear
come
got a
on
gun from
now.
a hunter somehow.
That's a
That
scary moment, dude. I'm telling you what. Now, I was armed and I was very focused and concerned. Trust me. I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
No,
no,
Well, he told
dude,
us.
Yeah, well, yeah,
scary.
you told me you shot a
decades
bear.
later.
Well,
Uh,
bears will stalk prey,
yeah,
Yes.
and they've had a
sure.
rash of them in Michigan
Oh, really?
recently. Yeah, like recently, last like 10, 20 years, where
Dude.
people go on hikes, and next thing you know, the bear is kind of like following them around and
Hmm.
following after them, and they, they try and do stuff to scare them off, and the bear doesn't get scared off, and I think they actually had one person get killed by a bear because it
Well,
had
Hmm.
stalked them.
because they've forgotten fear of man, and that is a real thing.
Well,
Animals
not
teach each other,
not necessarily the. I
or
mean, a
is it
bear
just
is
Michigan?
a, a bear. Well, I mean, bears are I mean, they're omnivorous, but they, they also take a little bit of meat, and if
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit of meat presents itself, well, you might end up getting eaten, especially if you're just one person walking around.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Here I am
Your
walking around with a
prey.
snack.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
prey. You're literally a prey animal, and we don't think of ourselves that way because our eyes face forward. We think of ourselves as a predator. And if we don't, if we look at ourselves through the eyes of the animals, you look like a meal. You're literally, you don't have any hair, you don't have any claws. You make a
Yeah.
weird mewing sound. If you want to know what you really sound like, ask your cat.
Mhm.
They're actually imitating people. And so you sound like this little thing that has absolutely no way of protecting itself. Do you know how hard cougars probably laugh when you spread your arms out and go, get away? They're like, oh,
Oh no, I
really?
bust the cougar right up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, but
I take it out to dinner.
Yeah. No, but the thing with that, because he was only about 30
Wah,
yards,
wah.
35 yards away from me, right? He was in
Really?
the forest, but
Yeah.
I would guess that his shoulder was like up to my chest.
Holy crud. That's
It's
a
a
big
big
animal.
ass bear, dude.
But these are like even bigger still, right?
Oh no, they get bigger. The Kodiaks,
Yeah.
the polar bears. Oh yeah, but I mean that's big enough for me, Amy.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
If it's big enough for you, then it's big enough. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably
Big enough.
beyond the pale at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a couple of weird, animal encounters in my life because I grew up with hunters. But the funniest one, the one that the actually scared me the most, but it
Mhm.
was actually the funniest, and my family laughed about it at me for years. Um,
At you.
but no,
Oh.
because
Make the stories.
normally I went out because I was younger. Because they have my family had restrictions on when you can carry a gun, when you can go hunting, how old,
Yeah.
So
Yep.
normally I had done what worked either cleaning the animals or various things, cleaning rifles. And I had been with the dogs on a few occasions when we were pushing, right? But I was finally old enough where they let me to be in a tree stand during a push, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
So I could hear the family and the dogs way off in the distance, and then you hear the thundering of the. It's really cool that the sound of
Yeah.
many deer moving in the forest. It's scary if you've never seen it
Yeah.
before. But I'm sitting there waiting in my tree stand. I can hear it off in the distance. I know it's going to be coming, so I'm trying to be ready. It's my first time, right?
Yeah.
I had never been allowed to shoot a deer before, just like rabbits and things. And I'm
Mhm.
sitting in my tree stand. Now, I understand a tree stand's a little thing you kind of stick up off the ground, so you have a higher advantage point. You got a little teeny ladder to let you climb into it, right? I'm sitting in my tree stand, and I had to set it up myself. That's part of the job. And I'm sitting there getting ready. I'm all nervous, and I feel this like hot wind, this hot wind on my back of my
No.
neck, and I'm like, what the hell?
Crap.
And I just turn around and look, and there's a frickin' moose.
What? Time to leave, bro.
No, he didn't do nothing. He just kind of chilled his thing,
Really?
But I was scared the shit out of me. I guess I didn't put my tree stand high enough, but damn it, they're tall. But he was just sitting there munching, Didn't give a shit about me. Just kind of checking me out, I guess. I didn't even hear him come up. I didn't
You were
hear him.
so
This
lucky.
gigantic animal walked right up and it was literally inches away from my freaking head.
They're
Oh my
dangerous,
goodness.
dude.
They can. I'm sure they
So
are. Yeah.
it could be a ninja if it
I
wanted.
don't know.
Ninja.
But I was scared the shit out of me. I tell you that. And whilst I'm panicking about
Oh, you
about
would.
him, the deer ran by. Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
So that was a good day.
huh.
That was my first
Yeah.
tree stand that day story. Yeah. And of course, my
Aw.
family thought it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't have thought it was
I
funny
think
if I died, though, would they?
no, they
No.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
They'd have to go out and
That's true.
find that moose and take it like as a trophy to
That's
avenge
right.
their son.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, nephew.
I
This
shall
the moose that
avenge
killed my boy.
you.
Exactly.
But
Oh my god.
on the other side of the coin, I can say that I've been a couple inches away from a moose and didn't die.
There you go.
They're
And
pretty
more than a
brutal.
few inches away from a grizzly bear.
Wow.
Yeah, but that one
Wait a
wanted me.
minute,
That
it's
guy
the
wanted
Wizard
me
of the
dead. I
Fall?
saw it in his eyes.
He
Yep.
did. He probably wanted you in his belly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the moose just was checking out what the hell's this weird thing doing in a tree. I think.
Yep. Like, huh.
Because I kind of panicked a little bit. He kind of stumbled back a couple of steps and just kind of moseyed off.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't run. He just moseyed.
Yeah.
And moose, I can guarantee, I can verify, they do mosey.
Yeah, they sort of amble. Is
Yeah.
it moseying or ambling?
Nah,
They amble or mosey?
But they
to
can
me,
run.
to me, it felt like a mosey.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That was a not a Sonder, but a Mosey.
No, it was definitely a mosey. Yeah.
Okay.
Bears will saunter. They will actually.
They do. That's true. Bears do saunter.
They're checking you out to see if you're like a snack or not. Hey, bro, what you doing for dinner tonight?
Well, I had been briefed on bears by the guide company owner. They did brief us on the bears, and he said if you do run into a bear, because they are plentiful in that area. If you do, he said the thing to worry about the most is if they put their head down, which is interesting. But if they kind of look like they're just kind of putting their head down, like if you see a dog do that, well, he's looking for approval, right? But a bear, that means he's about ready to attack.
That's how they run.
I guess that's what he told us. So, but he did.
Wow.
He had his head up full high, and he was watching me, scanning me.
Well, I mean, you are a hunter with a gun, so like, okay, might want to keep an eye on that. And then he just walked off, like, no, we're good.
Yeah, well, you have to take if the situation happened, I already in my head prepared. Take a breath, aim, put one right in the head. Don't play around.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because
Bear's head, right?
The bear's
Yeah.
head, yes.
I mean, you know what?
Because
end it right there.
like I said, he was only about 30, 35 yards from me. That's too close, man.
Dude, that is really close. That is very, very close.
Bears are wicked fast.
Oh yeah, he would have
30 miles
closed
an
that
hour.
within a couple of pounds. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
goodness.
a video here when they were talking about the bear trouble and the argument about payment, and they showed a bunch of videos of bears attacks, just the news. And there was someone in a little Keitora, they're little teeny Japanese trucks. They're like it's like a toy, really. But they drive them all over the mountains here, and those little things can go anywhere. And a bear just come running up because it must have been a mother, because they saw the cub running off the other side, and it just ran up wicked fast and just started beating the hell out of the truck. And eventually they just hit the gas and went on. But yeah, those little trucks, a bear will tear the hell out of that thing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe don't. Yeah, definitely $450. That's fine. Yeah.
I think that's
a fair price.
Well,
they were asking for Yoman Sen, which in truth is more like $630, $670. But it's a fair price, is my point.
All right. Is that per day or per bear, or
per day.
Is it per day? Is there a bear quota per day? Like, do they actually have to find them, or?
I didn't see that information. They did say that if they captured one alive, they would pay an additional $1,000.
Oh, okay.
So that's not
Yikes.
no, they
What
need
would
to
you
get
do?
400.
What would you do with a live bear if
I
they're
don't know. I asked Junko the same question. She went,
That feels like you'd have to get some kind of a trophy. Like, oh, he got a life, but then what? Like, okay,
Yeah. Well,
congratulations, Master Bear. What are you gonna do?
Well, the thing is, a lot of these eco people, these hippies, they're always crying about, protecting all these living things. But the simple fact of the matter is, we humans need to husband the planet. Now, if you have a wild area, leave it to itself, fine. But if it's amongst us, we do have to husband it. We have to manage it. Otherwise, their populations will get too heavy. They'll get sickness. It's not good. It's better that
Right.
we manage it, right? And every
It's
time
like
you
if
see
you
people interfere, and all these damn eco hippies, it always
yeah,
turns out bad.
yeah. I think we're talking about like I think it was like there were some animals like deer or elk or something like that. And they're getting to be too many of them because they hunted away all the wolves. And they went, okay, well now we have to go just shoot a whole bunch of deer and not
Right.
like have wolves take care of it. But it turns out having a bunch of hunters show up and just randomly kill deer doesn't do anything to affect their migration. Like if there are wolves in an area, the deer will move out of it. So more than just the fact that yeah, they were killing them, they were also kind of herding them away and keeping them from getting in one place too long, so it didn't really get a chance to get overrun. And they're kind of like, well, nobody saw that coming. Like, oh boy.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit more to it than just the sports hunter. But
Sure.
no, that is one thing. Most places in the world have actually an occupation called a professional hunter. And
Mm.
they know what they're doing. In
Yeah.
America, the only place I know that has professional hunters are in the South because of the pig problem.
Mm.
But in general, we don't really
We
have
have
to do that because we have such a hunting hobby. What was that?
we have MILF hunters in LA.
That's true.
What?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, MILF hunters or cougar chasers. But I know down in the South that they do have professional hunters because the pigs are just they're out of control. There's so many of them.
Well, that's actually that was kind of strange 'cause that's what it was like when I was in Okinawa.
Yeah.
There's wild pigs everywhere in Okinawa, where to the point where every single meal that was or every single dish that was supposed to be made with chicken on mainland Japan was made with
Oh,
pork
yeah.
in
Yeah.
Okinawa.
Sure.
I got so sick of pork. I hated pork. I hate it.
Oh.
Inu shishi. Yeah. It's
That,
I like it. But we have pigs here, but they're not out of control.
right.
But we have 3 hunters in this village, I think, that manage the mountains. So
Oh wow. How did do they have bacon in Japan? Did they figure out how to smoke meat?
no, they're
Oh.
completely incompetent when it comes to meat.
No bacon.
Why?
How
No,
do
no
you
bacon.
survive?
Well, I cheated. I've cheated. They
Yeah.
have this thing they call butabara, which they prepare in a very tasty way. But I took the butabara and I buy it in its full. It just means pork belly, right?
Oh.
I take
Ooh.
it and I process it and I cure it myself. And
Nice.
then I have pure love in the morning.
You just enjoy your time
I do.
with
You
your
know,
true
Your
love.
family look at you weird when you eat it.
yeah, right. I said I ate bear before at that wild game dinner, a couple of them. And it
Huh?
wasn't good. But one thing I did one time have bear bacon. That was delicious.
Bear jerky is the bomb.
Yeah,
I
that
had
was
bear
really
jerky.
good. Yeah,
Good.
I've had deer bacon, and it's really good too.
yeah, yeah. It is.
The
I think
word
just bacon's good no matter what animal it comes from.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I think so.
That's
That's true.
probably true. Even mediocre bacon would have to be just really good.
there is no such thing as mediocre bacon. You take that
I've
back.
had I've had bad bacon.
What?
I've had
Lying.
bad bacon.
There is no such thing. There's
I've
no
had
bad
bacon that's
bacon.
like
There's only bad
super,
people.
super salty. It's like, hey, how did this happen?
Yeah,
Like,
that was too much.
what whale did they get this from?
I do love the maple syrup brown sugar bacon you get up in New England. My
Mm,
God,
Oh yeah.
That's candy bacon now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm. That's good stuff, man. You know, when I was a kid, down in the South, I learned it from those kids. Basically, they would catch snakes, right? And they would tie its head to a clothesline, skin it. You just literally pull it off like a sock. And then they would take it, rub it in mayonnaise, put it inside aluminum foil, wrap it all up, and throw it on the fire.
It
Now,
makes
this
meat.
doesn't sound very sophisticated, does it? But I'll tell you what, it's actually really tasty.
Really?
Probably. It's
Yeah,
just a snake. Yeah, that's meat. So.
yeah. I didn't want to try it, but I didn't want to be the punk that didn't try it, so I tried it.
You try it? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
from up north, aren't you? Okay, fine.
I'm less concerned about the
He's
snake
trash
meat
talking
than I
away a
am.
bit.
Well,
I'm less concerned about the snake meat than the frickin' mayo.
Yeah, I
Where
don't
did
know.
the
That's
mayo
what they
come
did.
from?
But I mean, I
Mayo
tell you
was
what, those southern boys are a different breed. Now, I don't know if it's the same way now than it was when I was, back in the 70s, early 80s. But those boys, they would go out, they had their tree forts, they'd build fires, they'd cook.
Mhm.
I mean, these are kids, right? Junior high, elementary school kids, and they were
Yeah, it sounds
full
fun.
on, dude. Yeah.
Oh, they've got all those life skills already.
Well, they
At least they
did,
were
yeah.
always
Good old boy.
Yeah, and we used to go. We could go squirrel hunting because there was a guy who lived down the road, and he'd give us 50 cents for every squirrel tail.
dude. Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. We had to buy our bottle rockets for our bottle rocket wars somehow.
Yeah.
Squirrel's pretty tasty.
Yeah, no, I've eaten it. Squirrel head stew, I've had several times. Same boys cooking it up. Literally, I'll get a
Yep.
potato from Ma. I'll get a carrot. I mean, those southern boys are different, man. Telling
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got a carrot.
No, they
Yay!
did. They'd run home and get tubers of various kinds, a little bit of
Mhm.
salt and pepper, and they knew what they're doing because it wasn't over seasoned. They'd obviously done it
And the
right.
mayonnaise. Don't forget the mayonnaise.
Well, they didn't use
Oh
mayonnaise
yeah.
in this case, but they take the squirrel, take skin off, save it for that dude. They take all the meat, and throw it in, and then they take the head and the back of the squirrel's head. There's this weird little it's almost like a triangle shaped bone that comes down, and they would take their thumb and push it over and seal the top of the hole in the head, and they just throw it in the pot. They cook it all up.
Okay. The real question is, which mayonnaise were you using?
I have no idea. I didn't have the mayonnaise. They
What?
had the
It
mayonnaise.
had to be Duke's, right?
Yeah, I have
Yeah, it
no
has to be
idea. It
Duke's.
must have been Duke's. Yeah.
It's got to
But
be Miracle Whip is what it's got to be.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, but I tell you, I had a lot of fun down there in the South, though, man. They're different people. But the kids, I had a lot of fun. Everyone was on dirt bikes and 4x4s. What do they call them? ATVs now. Um,
yeah.
yeah, we had ultra glides because you didn't need a license for it. So I was like 10, 11 years old flying a freaking kite, literally with me in it.
I know.
Yay!
Because once again, I didn't want to be the punk that said, "No, I don't want to do that." So
Yeah.
up I
That
went.
looks like it might be dangerous. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Go
What's
ahead.
wrong with you, Yankee? You chicken?
Oh, dude, I had that Yankee problem hardcore. I was a Yankee, and my dad failed because my dad's from this area because I'm military and he moved around, right?
Yeah.
And we ended up down in his home area, and it was cool because you got family and stuff, and like I didn't mind it. The adults are weird because as soon as someone walked away, they start talking about him, and I thought that was kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
But
Nothing wrong.
the food was some of it was good, but I definitely got the Yankee. But my father didn't tell me that I'm a white guy. I shouldn't talk to black people. He forgot to tell me this. And my very first friend was a guy named Charlie, a black guy, amazing piano player. So
Oh wow.
not only was I a Yankee, I was a. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't say that, Chester. No.
Well, that is
we,
what's
we
funny.
know
is,
what
is,
you mean.
is
Yeah.
like
We've all been
that
there.
that northern. But I mean, to be fair, up in the north, up here, at least in New England, you don't really say hi to random people either. You'll ruin somebody's day if you say hi to the
That's
person walking
true,
down
but
the
you
street.
know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was
But
unaware.
like
Completely unaware.
it doesn't because it's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
just-
Yeah. So I had that problem. I had another problem because there was a girl named Lori Dalton. I remember her name very, very well because Lori was well endowed, even though she was only junior high school. Yeah. I don't know what she turned out to be a woman, but she might have back problems. Nevertheless, a lot of the boys like Lori, and I wasn't even paying attention to Lori actually, but Lori was paying attention to me. You see,
Oh yeah, she
and
was.
she was, so she was. I was always playing around with Lori because that's what you do. But the boys didn't like that damn Yankee messing around with one of their women's. I had problems. Yeah, there were
It was
problems.
quite a little drama, but you
Yeah.
still went out and made squirrel soup and had some good times too.
Well, they made it, and I ate it because I didn't want to be the punk that didn't do it. Right.
I have a surprise for you, Chester. Lori, come in here. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, no. See, now I use the word punk because I'm from New England, and the age I am, they would have called me a sissy boy.
This is where it doesn't eat snake soup. No, it wasn't the snake. The snake weren't soup. They were just
Now
like
the snake was roasted in the fire. It's actually both of them tasted pretty good. It wasn't bad. Yeah.
Nice.
But I was surprised that these are young kids, right? I mean, late elementary school, junior high school kids, right? But they at a drop of a hat, they cooked and whatever. They didn't care. It was just normal to them. And of course, coming from New England, we didn't do that at all. We weren't allowed to play with fire.
Oh. So if they lost power for a couple of days, they'd be fine.
They'd be good.
Yep.
Yeah. And keep in mind, if you drove into the place I was living, it was called the Grand Oaks. It looked like any other suburb anywhere else in America. This was not Hillbillyville. It looked like a normal suburb. But it is what
Bigger
it is.
yard. Up front. It's pretty wild.
You guys never had animal encounters?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
Lived
Rosa
in
has.
Wyoming for the
Lions
summer.
and tigers,
Ran into a-
maybe.
Any
Well,
shot?
some- hold on a
Not too
second.
far away from where I lived, there was an African lion safari.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Get out and try to kill you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. What does that mean?
It's a park where they have like enclosures with like lions and tigers. And,
Oh, that's cool.
and
Cool. Did
just
you
mainly lions and camels, that sort of thing. You take your car and you go through and you can drive through them.
Don't open the door. Right, I get you.
Yeah, you don't open the door. Yeah, there's big signs there.
Yeah.
But that it closed down like before like the mid '80s. So
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Opening the door.
Zoos
Driving
are
off a
always
chair.
fun. Someone was
You do
saying
not
something
open
about
the door.
Wyoming.
Yeah, I lived in Wyoming for a summer, and I ran into grizzly bears, wolves, all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
One
wow.
time, I accidentally left a cheeseburger in my car,
Mm-hmm.
and it attracted some family of little black bears. And when we came back from our hike, we were wondering, "Hey, what's all this traffic?" And everyone was out. These black bears were rounding my car.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
And
that
you
for
are
a
never
cheeseburger?
and you are never welcome there again.
It's
Yeah.
I actually do find it funny that black bears are not the ones you have to worry about. It's the brown ones, because like the black bears are more or less just big sissies. They'll run away. They're basically giant raccoons
They're
now.
chill. Yeah.
Oh, and they
Ooh,
can.
I
if
have
they're
a good one.
Yeah, mom will tear you up.
I was
Yeah.
filming a wedding, and it was at a.
Okay.
There's places out here. People have wild animals out here in California, like in Texas. You know,
yeah.
people own tigers and stuff. Out here too,
Oh, cool.
it was a wedding at this place with a bunch of wild cats, and I'm filming this white tiger,
Ooh.
Oh,
and I'm
sweet.
trying to back up, and I'm backing up so I can get a good shot at it, and then I feel this hot breath on my neck, like it's steam. And I look behind me, and this huge Bengal head is staring right at me. It's right behind like a real tight mesh cage, but I
Oh,
was
wow.
close enough that mesh cage wasn't visible. I just saw those tiger's eyes,
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, geez!" But I was behind this huge. It totally snuck up on me. This thing was huge. I did not hear a peep
It's so
of it
quiet.
sneaking up.
Yeah.
Dang, dog.
It freaks you
amazing.
out, dude.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah, and I'm like Rosa. You know, I live in a little hobbit hole. I'm a little snack, right? So I bet this thing was like licking its lips.
Well, I used to go backpacking up in Isle Royal when I was younger, and for
wow,
the
that's-
first 2 years, we'd only did it for 3 years. 2 years, I never saw a moose, but the last year we saw a moose, and one of them was a big bull right across our path, and we couldn't get around him, so we just sort of stood there for, like 30 minutes until the moose decided to move. But that is they are intimidating creatures because they are freaking huge.
They are.
Yeah. They're not afraid of humans either. So.
Not at all. Yeah.
We're going for a walk around our neighborhood, and we just live in a little normal suburban neighborhood. And there's a big open field, and they have a court there for basketball. So some of the kids like to play on that. We were coming around the corner, and could see the field off in the distance, and saw what looked like. I guess there's one of the neighbors has this really big black dog that he walks. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. He's off without his owner. And I'm like, and he has a big nose and he's really fuzzy. And I'm like, yeah, that's a bear. So I'm like, it was just chilling on the little basketball court. I'm like, I can walk the other way home. That's probably fine.
Yeah, right.
So, and in my neighborhood, because I live in the Detroit suburbs, we have a deer herd. And they regularly, they just regularly kind of roam around, and there are oftentimes around dusk they'll come and they'll feed on. I haven't seen lilies in my lilies in like 10 years. So we get those, and we got wild turkey that roam around now. There's a lot of wild turkey now.
Oh.
And of course, hawks and now eagles are starting to reemerge. And I think I actually saw one down in downtown Detroit. So I used to have a customer that was like down by the Ryan Correctional Facility, which is a bad area. And I had to park my car on the street, and it was next to an abandoned house.
Oh wow!
So I was kind of all freaked out about my my car being out there, and real worried because in those places you usually end up losing your tires. So I get out and I slam the door, and I scared something, and there was this big ruffle and this whoosh, and there was this huge brown bird, and with a white head, and it just shot off.
Oh
and
wow!
I began to realize I had scared a bald eagle. Okay, and this thing was huge.
Wow!
But it doesn't surprise me that there would be down there, because in some of these areas where you have a lot of abandoned houses, there's a lot of like rodents and vermin, and
Sure,
it's just, like,
that's true.
prime hunting ground.
Nothing else for him to do.
Merman.
If you are going to
Yeah,
be
that's
there,
what I
well,
heard. Merman, there's merman. Where the fuck do you live?
I mean, it is Detroit. You don't know.
yeah, that's pretty wild.
Sorry, I could come back because my dishwasher finished.
Hey.
There's so many things you've been talking about, and I'm like, I want to talk. I'm like, oh, damn it, I can't because they'll complain.
Your dishwasher?
I'll make sure next time there's no dishwasher on.
I think Chester ditched us.
Did he? Did he go get his coffee? Maybe. Well, we're not
Maybe.
far from the end, though. I don't know how much. We've got a bit of time left, haven't we? We didn't start till like 20 past or 1/2 nearly, did we?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably
Yeah,
plenty
I
of
think
time.
we're still cutting.
I've
down
only
the
got to line art because I should have painted something, but I've been at the studio literally. I've been like playing guitar in the studio for like. Well, I got there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I got home at like 8 o'clock. So that's how long I've been there. Like 11 hours. So I've been playing guitar for like 10 hours. I've got like freaking 10 tracks. No, seven new tracks.
Nice.
Good
I
though.
always think of the movie Barbarian now when I think about Detroit.
Yeah, I always think RoboCop. That's the only thing that ever enters my head when I hear Detroit.
Oh, yeah,
RoboCop and Beverly Hills Cop as well. Which
does
I'm
not
actually looking
take
forward to the new
Detroit
Beverly Hills
again.
Cop, actually.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It could be pretty good.
It's got a lot of potential to be good.
Yeah.
With
Eddie
the original
Murphy's
cast being in it.
Some of
Yeah,
some
but
of
Eddie
those
Murphy's
areas.
been
Go ahead.
just that he's just been throwing more bombs in the U.S. and Afghanistan lately. So
I mean, with what? Like, I mean, I liked how the new Bad Boys movie just pistol over like everything in the cinema because it's just a mindless action movie which people want with no bullshit in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
people
I
are
reckon,
enjoying
I
it?
don't know. I've not seen it, but I like the last one they did. Despite Will Smith being a bit of a bitch, you know, he's still a good actor. Oh, why do they always have weapons? How do you people draw line art and color it? It's beyond me how you can do that. I can paint a fucking portrait in 2 hours, but line art, I've not even got like the
I know,
detailing.
right? I'm
I
always
can't color it. That's a freaking chore.
yeah, I
Years
guess
of
I can
abuse.
get that too, like line art and then color. When the line art's so pretty, it's kind of a shame to almost put color over it. I'm like, oh,
I find that well, it depends on the line art because line art can look really good on its own. I think line art looks amazing on paper. On digital, it looks better with color or some kind of shading.
I can see that.
I was gonna do traditional, but I've literally had 1 hour sleep. Then I was in the studio for like hours, and now I've been up for like I don't know. My back's killing me as well. God.
Oh, bless your heart. So you should.
I don't know. It's my fault. I spent the last 2 days modding my guitar for the studio, and I should have done it earlier, but I was afraid because I've never routed out pickup sockets before. You know, the areas for the pickups there, because I had to widen them for humbuckers because I had single coils in, and I've never used a router before ever, so I was a bit concerned about ruining my guitar. But I you know what? I thought that'd take the longest. Yeah, no. Well, no, it is now. I've done it. You know what? It was. I had a template and everything for it. I was just because power tools. I haven't used one in fucking ages. And it's a guitar. Right. You know, I don't want to ruin it. But I've turned a 300 guitar into like a 600 guitar, and it sounds like a $2,000 guitar. But you know the thing, the wiring took forever. But the thing that takes the longest on a guitar is copper taping everything so it's shielded. You know how long that takes? I don't know if you've ever done it, but Jesus Christ. I never want to do it again. I don't know if you know what I'm on about. Some of you will know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I guess
it looks very pretty. This is a very pretty guitar now. So, because this time with the tracks, I didn't just double the guitar with the same guitar and amp. I used 2 different guitars with 2 different cabs. So the sounds are very different. So it's got a wider sound. So Andrew, when you get this, it'll be really good.
Nice. I like the sound of
and I do promise you the album, but I've got a humbucker in that one, which is a super distortion, a DiMarzio super distortion, which is really good pickup. And then the other one, I've got a Seymour Duncan hot rail, which is, a hot rail, a smaller, like single core style humbucker. They're both very gainy, high gain, hot pickups for distortion.
Sounds like you're saying hamburger like Steve Martin in Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
No, my guitar player always brings 2 different guitars to every set we do, and
I do. I took 3 guitars to the recording, and I ended up using them all. I used 2 for all the distortion parts and the clean bits. I used 2 different, one and then another different one and different pickups. So you never know what you're going to need when you're doing stuff. It's because different sounds do different things, right?
That's true. His best sounding guitar is that Les Paul, though, dude. It's so pretty, but it's so
they're nice.
Heavy,
Les Pauls can be nice. My favorite guitar that I have is my £30 cheap Fender Strat knockoff that I thought was a knockoff. I got off my mate, but it sounds like a classic 50s, like very expensive Fender. So because it's painted green, no one knows what it is, and the neck is not Fender. But he sold it me, and then I played it. I was like, "Oh my god!" His face dropped when he said. He looked at me. I was like, "Yeah, he should have sold it me for a lot more than that." He obviously didn't try. It's his own stupid fault. I'm not going to give it.
There's some
that thing's amazing.
What was that?
My uncle plays guitar. He was telling me that there was some Chinese knockoffs that sound awesome right now.
Oh yeah.
There is some really good stuff out there if you look for it. I mean, like for at the minute, right? Because the one I just modded was a Squire. Because I just bought a cheap secondhand Squire Jaguar. And then I modded it to better than because Fenders at the minute, unless you can buy the Mexican ones, which are why is that starting again? You can buy the Mexican ones, which are around 800, right? Or a bit less, get more. Right? But if you want to buy American, the actual ones made in the American factories, they're like $2,000 plus, just because they're made in America. And that's the only reason. It's ridiculous. So Squires are made in Mexico, and they're made well. You have to replace a few parts, but why bother spending that much? Because they're very good nowadays. And there's a lot there's other makes that are good as well.
You know the guitar that the Japanese are crazy about, and I don't get
I've
it.
got a Japanese guitar.
No, it's not a Japanese guitar. It's a Taylor.
Oh, I was gonna see.
They go crazy over Taylors over here, and I don't know why. I mean, Ovation sounds just as good as Taylor, in my opinion.
Yeah. I've got that's what I've got. My acoustics innovation. It's got my electroacoustic. Instead of a hole in the middle, it's got like leaf patterns on the edges with holes in. It's very pretty. It's very nice sounding.
Those round back Ovations are real pretty, man, and they sound.
Yeah,
great.
that's what I've got. That's my acoustic. They're freaking annoying roundbacks to sit down and play though. You have to stand up with them. I don't know if you've ever tried because you just roll off your fucking knee.
Yeah,
no, I only the only time I play guitar is when I have to, fill bass parts or something. I'm not a very good guitar player.
You play saxophone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you're a musician, so you know how to play things. I mean, that's how you do it. I mean, I've always. So I mean, I'm not a bassist, but I have like 2 basses and can play bass. I can't play a saxophone. No, I'd love to be able to. Actually, I've always wanted to learn. I can play piano though. So. They're expensive though, so it's an expensive thing to buy, right? A saxophone. I bet they're not cheap to start off. Are they?
No, just don't tell my wife.
Brass instruments.
Like almost $200, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I would have thought more. If it's only $200, I could buy that.
Cost. But
I was going to say that sounds cheap.
That's about Reed's cost. No. I have a French nickel Yamaha Custom Z. I have a French nickel. Well, that's an alloy. But I have another French saxophone Vivo. I know, but the French make good saxophones. One of them cost me about $6,000. The other one cost me 12.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with instruments. I mean, guitars are the same. You can buy guitars for the same prices.
You can.
The bonus is with the guitars, you can mod your guitars in the same specs and it's cheaper, whereas brass instruments you can't unless you're going to go and make your own saxophone.
That's what I mean with the Japanese are crazy about those Taylors. That's a $10,000 freaking guitar, dude.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I mean, some people see price tags and think that's what makes something good, and that's not always the case.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like I said, my guitar player has a lot of guitars, and he's got that Taylor he plays sometimes, but I much prefer that Ovation, man.
Yeah, they're nice guitars. I love mine. I got mine off secondhand off mate for £180 on holiday in Cornwall on a campsite. I just went, oh, he's selling it. I'll buy it. I need a guitar. I don't need guitars. I've got too many fucking guitars. I almost bought another one the other day because I saw one off price. I'm like, that's such a bargain, but I don't need another one. It's hard when you start buying instruments because you collect them, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm a Jagstang that I've got upstairs because that's made in Japan. That's the Japanese version of it, but that's worth fucking fortune. I bought that for like £300 when it first came out, and it's worth fucking $1,500 now. It's fucking
dude. Some
stupid.
of them pop, dude. Some of them pop. You know,
yeah, they really do.
I had this guy. He always comes to my concerts. He's like he's in charge of Board of Education for Oita City, right? And he's a hobbyist, right? Saxophone hobbyist. And he had, kind of a normal Yamaha, pretty standard student model, and it's fine. I think for a hobbyist, that's all you need. But he decided he's got money, I guess. I mean, but he went and spent money, and he went and wanted to show it to me. So he brings up the saxophone. It's an alto, and he brings it up to me, and he's one of those pedantic people that has paper in between each pad. Every time he plays it, he cleans it and puts paper in between the pad to absorb the moisture, the condensation, which is ridiculous. I want my saxophone as dirty as possible.
Right.
Nevertheless, but he brings it up. He's so excited. He wants to show it to me. Huh? Yeah, right. But no, I mean, he brings it up. He's so excited to show me, and it's a freaking gold-plated Yanagisawa, dude. It's like a $30,000 guitar. I mean, it's gonna be a saxophone.
And he just thought, hey, I have an idea.
So expensive.
It's so spendy, dude.
Jesus.
I mean, the thing is, if I had something like that, okay, especially if I was still a full-on professional, okay, it's flashy on stage and they are great. If you want to play jazz, Yanagisawa was the way to go. But I mean, he doesn't need that instrument. But I didn't say that to him, of course. But I was like,
no, you didn't.
Sometimes people have too much money for their own good.
They do, yeah. I mean, a freaking
Because
gold.
I know people that buy guitars and they're like, why did you buy that? It's like you don't need it. You see them at gigs sometimes. It's like, well, you don't need to fucking £2,000 guitar. I mean,
No.
anything's.
No.
Anything will do. You can play it as long as you're good. It doesn't matter how expensive your instrument is anyway. That's how
true.
I would see it.
You know, the main guitar.
That's what she said.
The main guitar my guy is on all the time. Well, my other guitar player, he's always on that. What's the one that Angus Young plays? What's that guitar?
You're asking me now. I'm not sure.
Can't remember. He's got one of them. But my lead guitar player, he has an old Fender Strat, a real one, but it's old.
Yeah.
It's like from 30 years ago, right? Things beat the hell. It's worn. Oh man, it's great.
Yeah, that would be amazing sounding.
It is, but I mean, it's all you need. And he probably only spent like a few $100 for it when he bought it, right? Maybe $1,000.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you see a guitar and you're kind of like, it looks like it's been through a war.
Oh yeah.
And you're kind of like, that's going to be a really good instrument.
Sure. Well, go check out Tommy Emmanuel and look at his guitars. I mean, he is the best guitar player on the earth right now, without question. There are, it depends on the genre you like, and you'll have guitars you like in that genre. But as far as overall, Tommy is the best. But when you look at his guitars, it looks like you said, they've been through war.
That's awesome.
Anybody listening, if you've never went and listened to Tommy Emmanuel, do so. He's from Australia. I know that's I know, but nevertheless, the dude's freaking amazing.
Yeah, unmatched.
Dude, freaking Tommy Emmanuel is sick.
Guess there's no reason to assume Armoron and him are neighbors, but
Yeah, he just lives down the road from me.
Well, dude, then you should get me. I've never gotten an autograph in my life, but I want one. What about Steve Vai?
Down the road. Here in Australia, down the road means like thousands of kilometers away.
Yeah, no, I know, that's true. Alpha Proto says
everyone lives down the road.
Everybody's
It's
down the road.
a running gag.
Yeah.
It is a running gag that's been going on for decades. Like anyone from Australia can just say, yeah, they just live down the road.
Fair enough. Alpha Proto says, what about Steve Vai? Steve Vai is an amazing guitar player. He is classically trained, actually. He's not like a lot of the guys who are just really, really great and worked it out. Steve is classically trained. I've actually met him on several occasions. He gave me a guitar pick, which I gave to my wife's brother. Because he's a guitar player. Well, not really, but he owns a guitar. But Steve, actually, I've played that guitar more than him because I didn't own a guitar, but I needed to play backup. Where he had a few songs we really needed a rhythm guitar, so I went and borrowed it from because he doesn't use it; it just sits on a wall. I had my guitars tune it up because I don't know, right? And I just did the rhythm guitar for those songs. And so I played it more than him, but nevertheless. But when I was at Berkeley, Steve came in, and other famous people as well. But Steve came and did like I wouldn't call it a lecture. I call it more like a laboratory, like a lab class. And he came and talked to us, and he explained all kind of things about music theory and stuff like that. So I've actually met Steve Vai. He was a teacher. But I have been in his presence, and he is an amazing guitar player. And
I like stuff like that's cool. It's nice when you meet people and they're cool as well. Because I've met quite a lot of the people like that, especially when I worked at college.
Yeah, no, it is cool. Yeah. And especially when you're young, you're a kid. Yeah. They treat you differently. It's neat, right? Like I was with the Rhode Island Youth Stage Band, and it was a really good band, and we had a great year that year, doing many things. But one of the things we did was the Newport JVC Jazz Festival, right? Mm-hmm. You get a bunch of high school kids, and it's a heartwarming type of thing. And we were actually really good, and our saxophone section had been voted number 5 in America that year of all saxophone sections, right? So it was, we went on the Johnny Carson show. We did a whole bunch of stuff. But we were at the JVC, so we were kids, so we're just beyond our elated, right? And we met a few people. Miles Davis was a jackass. He didn't like white people. But Dizzy Gillespie actually came back to where we are, sat down, and talked with us for a while. Talked music,
that's
played with us. That was
amazing.
super cool, dude. It was so
I like it
cool.
when like famous people are just like, well, like they're musicians, but they're not dickheads. They're just like the rest of you, because that's what they should be like.
Mhm.
You know, musicians just because they're big shouldn't be assholes. They
You're
should
right.
just be.
No, you're right. You're right. And I, because I had opportunities like that, I got to meet those kind of people in that environment, and it was really cool. Alpha says, "What about Yngwie Malmsteen?" Well, Yngwie certainly is
A lot of
capable.
twiddly stuff.
Yeah, well, he's a phase guitar player, so any real guitar player is kind of going to look sideways at Yngwie. Now, I know that if you're not a guitar player, you don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, if amongst real guitar players, he's not that popular.
I mean, he's technically great,
He
obviously.
is.
But...
He is. But you know what I mean. He's a phase guitar player. So, yeah.
There's so many freaking guitarists. The thing is, at the end of the day, it always comes down to your personal preference and what you like as well. Because someone thinks, like Hendrix is one of my favorite guitarists, but and he's amazing, but he's not as technically as amazing as a lot of people. But the way he does his rhythms and stuff is amazing.
It is cool, yeah. But it also depends on the impact you have, right? Like I mentioned,
definitely.
Tommy Emmanuel.
Like Tony Iommi.
Yeah, Iommi. Well, and most people don't even know who he is, and even though his influence is ridiculously high. But another really good example of that is Eddie Van Halen, right? Eddie's a good player, but Eddie created an entire new genre of music. He impacted the world of music. Therefore, he's Eddie Van Halen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, true.
So I mean, it depends. That matters too. Is Eddie the greatest guitar player of all time? No, he's not. But he's important. So, and in that same vein, Yngwie is the same because he is important in certain ways, particularly when you come to European music.
I know a lot of people that study guitar because of him, like did all the grades, did all that stuff because of him. Me personally, it's not my kind of thing, but
and
it's impressive to watch.
It is, and he can pour himself into a onesie boy like nobody's business. But that's a long conversation about guitar players for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of guys you don't even know their names, and they're really amazing, just ridiculous. And it's just certain people come to the top for whatever reasons. Like if we switch over to bass, you have a lot of people in America probably would immediately say Flea, right?
Les Claypool every time.
Well, of course, that's my answer. But I mean, most Americans know who the Red Hot Chili Peppers are, and they know who Flea is.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they always say. Everyone I know always says Flea as well.
And Flea is a great bass player. He is.
But
you ain't no Les Claypool, dude. Les Claypool.
No one's fucking Les Claypool.
No one's Les Claypool. You know. But that's the thing. Anybody here know Primus? Anybody? Raise your hands.
Oh, heck yeah, Primus.
Right.
Yeah,
I love
Everyone should know
Primus.
Primus.
Well, because they used to tour up in our area a lot, Andrew.
Did you ever listen to his Flying Frog Brigade that he did, his other band?
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a bit more funky and jazzy as well. And he did some stuff with John Lennon's son as well.
They've gotten a little more metal-y recently.
They've always been like that, haven't they?
Well, no, a little bit more.
Oh, that's good.
I've got big old brown beater and she stroked it all the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Everyone knows fucking Primus, especially if you grew up in the right era.
No, Primus is sick, man.
They were like that weird ass band that were just great.
Yeah, they really were part of that whole avant-garde experimental era.
I mean, to be fair, anyone who played Tony Hawk's would know just because of Jamie was a race car driver, because I was on the demo. If you remember the demo for that game.
No, I remember hearing them first in Bill and Ted Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
Fair. And of course,
I remember seeing them on Beavis and Butthead. I remember Beavis and Butthead when they took the piss out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, South Park theme song is Primus.
Yeah, that's Primus.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Primus is freaking awesome. Or I'm sorry, Primus sucks.
Yeah, Primus sucks. Get it right.
Oh, goodness gracious. But anyway, but time flies. We had fun today. We didn't talk about this thing at all, though.
We did for a while at the beginning.
We got some good art out of it. And like I said, if you're into that kind of story, you'll love this thing. It looks great, and it's got and it's got money behind it. So the manga must have hit hard. It must have. To have as much out there, and the fact that we got an anime, we got a video game, we got all kind of stuff. It must have hit real hard, and people are enjoying it. So cool. But I think it is
except for Doug.
Except for Doug. Poor Doug.
Except for Doug.
Doug says, I'm a big fan of George Lynch, and I love Dave Murray. Dave uses all those trills, which give him a very hypnotic sound. That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of great
George Lynch fan myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players, man.
George Lynch.
Steve Vai also did the. Sorry.
George Lynch, Eddie Van Halen, Jakey Lee, and Randy Rhoads. They were all kind of in the same circle.
Yeah, no, I'd imagine that's probably true. Yeah, I've seen Randy once at the Blizzard of Oz tour. I saw his replacement twice. Was Zach Wilde?
Yeah, Zach Wilde.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw them with Zach Wilde, and I've seen them with. Oh no, I'm thinking Black Sabbath. I saw Ozzy with him, and I saw Ozzy with.
You see, I've never seen him though, dude. That's the one.
I've seen Black Sabbath, right, with Tony Iommi.
That's
amazing.
what I mean. I want to see Tony, man.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, though.
Yeah, and that dude doesn't even have fingers. Literally.
No, well, that's why the music. That's where metal came from, because he started using drop D and shit. That's where those cool tunings came from. Because he couldn't play real chords.
Well,
that's why we all play that.
His fingers chopped off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, they did. Yeah, because in the Machine Works or whatever he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. That's why I invented it's cool. I was watched that video not long ago actually with him, and he was with Brian May, and they're like doing a little bit of an interview with Brian May with him, and he's playing along with him, so that was pretty cool.
It was cool. Yeah.
Nice to see those two together, because I like Brian May. He's a good guitarist as well. His sound and technique is very unique to him.
Yeah. Oh well, nostalgia.
No, I could talk about music forever.
No, absolutely. And of course, there's a lot of great guitar players. The '80s, I actually think the proficiency of guitar players in the '90s and aughts was probably a bit higher overall. But the impact of it in the '90s and the '80s was just bigger for some reason.
Because it was that era of music that was popular, that kind of style. But like in the '90s, it was more simplified, catchy music that got popular.
Yeah.
I think, if you know what I mean. So, because in the '80s, it was all hair metal and like guitar music. You know, guitar music was the thing.
Yeah. Doug's talking about.
Yeah, in the '90s, it was more like punk and indie, I guess.
Yeah, well, there was some good stuff in the '90s.
Well, no, there was a lot of good stuff as well. But you know, the '80s, I remember. If I think '80s, I think like metal, like that kind of stuff, like '80s metal.
I think my wife's favorite thing in the '90s was some pretty boy. You know, what was his name? Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray? I just want to fly. That guy.
I just want to fly. Yeah, that.
You didn't like Richard Marx?
No, his hair wasn't right. Yeah, it wasn't right.
Yeah.
He had an epic mullet. What are you talking about?
No, she's huge fan of that Sugar Ray Kid. She loves Bryan Adams. I think that's her favorite.
Oh no, Bryan Adams.
Yeah, so she's a big old Bryan Adams fan. She loves her some John Bon Jovi, "Make Me Weak in the Knees."
Did she like him? What was that? What was that fucking song called? The guy with the floppy hair. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. It doesn't matter. I can't remember what it's called.
Flock of Seagulls?
Floppy? No, floppy hair. The guy had floppy hair.
You mean
He was that kind of Bryan Adams kind of vibe. It was that kind of. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I can't remember.
Might have been Michael Bolton. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. I remember that name. No, it wasn't that. It was more rock,
you're talking about Simply Red.
No, God no. No one should like Simply Red.
What?
He's got a voice though. He can. My wife likes him a lot too.
Yeah, we find out he's listening tonight. He's crying right now.
Well, the thing is, I found a compromise. I discovered one.
Oh, yeah?
And it's called John Cougar Mellencamp.
Oh, really?
Well, it's halfway between what I like and halfway between what she likes. So
that's
Rick Springfield too. Don't forget about.
Oh, fuck Bruce Springsteen. Fuck that
guy.
No,
Rick Springfield.
Oh, Rick Springfield. We don't need him either.
Get your ears checked, mate.
What? Jesse girl, come on.
The thing is that one of Rick Springfield's "I Do Anything for You" that was written by Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, well, Sammy Hagar can go to hell too. But I'd take me a Bob Seger any day. Thank you.
He's from Detroit.
Yep. Bob
Actually,
Seger's
best
awesome,
beard in
dude.
music.
Anyway, it's time. So, if you don't shut me
I'll
up,
just
we'll
leave.
just continue.
I'll leave my. Yeah, well, I can continue about music forever. I know about that.
Yeah. All righty then. Thank you all very much for coming.
you want me
Kaiju
to
number 8 or Kaiju Hachiko.
You want me to play "Cuts Like a Knife"?
Yeah,
on
do that.
Kaiser?
Do that.
Oh, that's
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Now do
Very
Summer of
good.
'69.
Yeah, oh, that was a good one. That was a good one, though. He gets credit for that one. That was a good one.
very good.
No, that was a good one. That's a great song, actually. But you mentioned Laser Light Show with Sabbath. I think the best Laser Light Show I saw was, oddly enough, it was either Earth, Wind, and Fire or Pink Floyd.
Oh, I'd love to have seen Pink Floyd. That'd be amazing. I've not seen them. I've never seen a laser show. I've seen Slipknot set a stage on fire.
Oh, yeah.
If that counts.
Yeah,
That was good,
counts. That counts. I saw Alice Cooper put a stage on fire once.
That'd be cool. I've not seen that either. Have you seen Wasp? You remember Wasp?
I'm actually used to be good friends with Blackie Lawless, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, because he ran the same circus that I did when he was coming up. I met a lot of those dudes who were coming up. Of course, they all went on to become famous. I did not.
Yeah, but you weren't a musician. You're a session musician. It's different.
That's true.
You know, you're not in the limelight, are you? You're the one that makes them sound good.
Yeah. But no, I love going to. I went to all those parties, and Blackie was the greatest guy to have at a party, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, you know that story where Ozzy stole the taxi and drove it around Central Park? You know that story everyone's heard? I was there, and I saw it. Everyone was out the balcony watching it, laughing our ass off.
Were you in the taxi though?
No, I
That
was not.
It does sound like the kind of shit that I'd have done. Well, me and my mates would have done back in the day.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine doing that kind of shit nowadays?
Yeah.
God.
But you're right though,
You get
because I was at the same studio those guys are producing at, right? And they do all kind of music, right? Not just heavy metal. I just got invited to the parties because I was there.
Yeah,
That's a good reason.
that's how it works. That's how you
Oh,
get to know people as well.
Yeah.
That's how you get networking.
And I got a lot of stories I can't tell on YouTube.
right.
I'm sure we all have a lot of those stories.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, I'm
but
sure most of us, some of us do.
Anyway,
I hope Amy and Melissa have got like the scariest stories. I'm
they
guessing.
probably
The
do.
most
That's true.
dark and
All right, let's take a look at this art here for Kaiju Hachigo. And we got some good stuff, actually. There are some very good-looking characters in this. And we're going to start over here with Amaran. And this is banging, dude. This is right on spot. This is Mina. We got Kafka in the back. And it's pretty solid Mina, dude. And she is a badass,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I need
go
some
for it.
armor on quick line art coloring tips because I don't know how you can do the line art and color it so quick.
It looks good, yeah.
Easy, just using the the fill tool and using.
Oh, that
like,
means I
you
have to go
referred to
and
other
use
layer.
Clip Studio, doesn't it? I have to use
Yeah.
Clip Studio for that. I do have it installed.
it
Maybe
does,
I'll, next
Clip
time I
Studio
can try
really
it.
helps making everything go really quicker.
Yeah. I'll next time we're doing something like this, I'll try Clip Studio. I haven't used it in ages. Yeah, I forget they have that filter and you can stick to all the different layers. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, you can fill one layer with color, and it'll go to whatever the line art is. Like
Yeah,
reference
because
to
on
line art.
Photoshop I have to create a mask and then I have to clip everything to that mask.
You
to
don't
everything, which
have
is a
to
lot more
hand
a long way
draw.
around.
You don't have to hand draw the closed areas, like the around the areas you want to
Yeah,
fill.
you can close gaps and stuff, can't you?
You use that. That's
as
the line
well.
art for. Yeah, as long as you
Yeah.
close the lines up. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to break out the Clip Studio at some point. There we go. It's been a while.
Well, this looks really good, though. Like I said, this is, a
I
really good
like the
Mina.
Kafka in the background, just with his dumb-looking face. It's funny.
Yeah.
Well, he is a
I had
bit
to
of
throw
a
that in there.
well, he's
I
a
drew
bit of a
earlier.
simp. But so many
Well,
Japanese
he just
characters are
wants to
simps.
stand by her because they're like childhood friends, you know.
Yeah,
he
I
just
know.
wants to. They
I
made
know.
a vow, didn't they, to
They
both be
did.
like the best of the best, and she's the best of the best, and he sucks.
And he's a cleaner.
Jenny.
He is.
Yeah, well, he was a cleaner. Then he eventually joins, and then he can only use 1% of the suit. Eventually, it's kind of funny, but obviously, he turns into a kaiju, and then that's different.
Yeah.
Right.
At that point, he's super. But,
But
we'll see.
the point I was making
I want
is
more people to watch this. Sorry.
a lot of Japanese characters are like that.
They are.
It's a trope.
It's just common
It's a
trope.
trope.
Yeah, it is. It works though, doesn't it? So.
It does. It does. Because
Reminds me of Brock.
But yeah, it does a bit there. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you say
it.
it.
But the way they balance it and tone it down is she will fall madly in love with him, and it will flip.
Well, yeah, maybe, but you never know. It could go another way. Sometimes it does go the other way.
I'll put my money on that.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But they've already been friends for a long time, and they care about each other. I
They
think that
do.
makes it a nice
Although she's a
story.
bit. What I read, she was a bit pissed at him. Well, he did lie to her, but this is great though. If you guys like what Amra has done, please vote for the straw poll. We have Andrew here who has done. What's her name again? The little paw,
Kikuru.
right? Kikuru.
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 Yeah, she's cute. She's got dangerous things in her hair though. I hope she doesn't sleep on them.
They're just sharp, pointy ribbons. It's weird.
Well, it's character design, right?
No, I had to draw them too.
And she has a big old giant axe. Now, the one thing I didn't talk about was their uniforms and their weapons are made from the carcassi of dead kaiju.
They don't all have the weapons, the big things.
But some of them have to, and I'm assuming her big axe is one of those.
Yeah, she's the third. She's the third one that joins because there's a couple of bladed ones. There's like the main sergeants, which you didn't show in the thing, but there's like one that uses dual wielding dagger types, and he's like a gnarly close range guy. He uses swords, and then there's one other person, and there's her. There's not, you know what I mean? They're like limited. Most of them use guns.
Here's the guy with the two swords right here. Here we have Mina.
Yeah, he's gnarly.
We have Kafka here. We have Kikaru, and what's the little white hair boy? He must be important. He's got white hair.
The white hair guy. He's the one that worked with Kafka in the cleaning agency.
Oh.
He's the one that got him to sign back up to go and be the one of these guys.
Yeah,
and he knows his secret from the beginning. They're just like mates.
Well, sure.
They're good chemistry. They're really good characters together. And the chick that Andrew drew as well.
And you can see it's got the kaiju stuff, like I said, with the Pacific Rim. But you can really, really get the Attack on Titan feel with what they're doing.
There's an episode that just came out. If you watch the anime, very similar because the guy with the two daggers is jumping over this like one of the Daikaiju massive ones. That is quite Attack on Titan in that respect.
Yeah.
Because of the two dead blades. So yeah, I get where you're coming from. That it's just better because Attack on Titan wasn't that good.
The story was well thought out though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as everyone made it out to be. I got really bored of it, to be honest with you. But that's just me.
Well, if you like what Andrew has done, please vote for his.
You know what, Andrew? Thank you for not doing color. Makes me feel better.
Yeah, you guys both did the same thing.
I think it's beautiful.
Cool. All right, so Amy has done
I don't
She's
know.
done
Jonine?
The main character. No, what?
Mina?
No. Yes, Mina and her tiger. She has the white tiger that goes everywhere with her. She's like a partner.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't see that part.
She's got that, and she's got the massive cannon.
I see. Yeah. Well, she looks like a little bit like a Kunoichi here. But looks good.
They do have those masks.
Yeah, it looks really good. What's the tiger's name?
Don't ask me. I can't fucking remember.
Billy.
Billy
Tiger.
Billy Tiger.
Billy. Oh, Billy.
Okay. But anyway, it looks really good though. I love the face on Mina there. That's really great. They're both looking at each other knowingly because they're about to, eat someone. Great. Anyway, if you like,
I like the expression on the tiger when he's looking at her.
Yeah.
He goes like,
Oh, he's a riot.
It's so funny.
Well, vote for the straw
He's a
poll.
good tiger.
That's not got much colour on either. Hooray for no colour, not much colour.
We're going Mike's show. here
Old school,
today.
yeah, we're going old school.
Now let's see. I haven't read the name on this, but I will just say that must be Eric.
Where is Eric? Because he does something weird.
No, it looks like Eric stuff. It is. Yeah, okay.
Eric.
Oh yeah, that's very Eric. Yeah.
It's very Eric. But this is Kafka or Kaiju Hachigo, Kaiju number 8, in his Kaiju form, I guess. Or is this his?
Probably.
Yeah, it's his Kaiju form.
No, yeah, that's his Kaiju form. Yeah.
Now, the Kaiju form seems to be more of a formed exoskeleton, though.
Yeah, it kind of forms around him. Yeah, when he transforms.
Yeah.
It's just part of him, but it's like Guyver, like the Guyver kind of
Right.
thing. It's the same kind of idea, I think, like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. Well, I like it, Eric. It looks good. It's very energetic.
Yep, that's
I like the background. That was a good choice.
Very nice.
It's very
Thanks.
That is
industrial.
fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. You got an opinion on this one, Jeff?
It's very Scully.
It is.
Scully and
Not
Mulder.
Mulder and Scully.
Yeah.
And I did love that show, and they gave her a baby finally, even though she was a good 15, 20 years past being able to have a baby. But that happens on TV.
was a
Aliens
monster
gave
baby.
it to her.
That's true. The alien
Yeah.
technology fixed it. But nevertheless, looked great. If you guys like what Eric has done, please vote for the strong poll. Let's continue on here. Now, Melissa has done a little bit of illuminated action. Go ahead. Go ahead, Melissa.
Lightning eyes.
Thank you. Oh gosh.
You should back it up
Is
a
that
little
right?
bit, though. It's too close. It's too close.
Yeah,
It's never
it's too close.
That's just the full screen, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
Well, then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the whole screen.
Oh, I see. She hasn't progressed it. Okay, I'm sorry. I shut up. Go ahead.
Oh, it's the zappy eyes,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much what she got done with zappy lightning eyes.
Yeah, it took me. It's like,
So just Kafka's lightning
I
eyes.
saw you working on something else that was fuller.
Oh no,
maybe
did it eat the frames again?
let me just maybe there's a reference.
Oh, it was the layer one. It was the layer one I was looking at. Oh yeah,
The reference.
that's the reference.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Sorry about
I get you.
Because if you could do something like that in 2 hours, well done.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. I get it. It was a reference I was seeing. Yeah, no, it's cool. Sparkly eyes, scary.
Yeah.
Are you
Very
scared? Are you
scary.
scared yet, Jeff? You should be scared.
Absolutely frightened.
Terrified.
Oh, like
Terrified.
you guys.
Mhm.
Deep inside.
Very good.
Spent
Well,
a
if you
long
guys,
time just trying to get this teeth straightened. I'm trying to get better at spending more time on my drawings, just trying to get my drawings better.
Mhm.
That's good. Yeah, do that, and then you can do the speed next time when you've got your drawings better. Then you'll do, keep
Yeah.
improving.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll just be
Yeah.
better at everybody, better than everybody. Damn it! I forgot. I was supposed to do animation when I forgot about it.
We were going to give that like a whole month.
I've
to
been
get
drinking since like 12 o'clock. It's been a long day.
Oh my goodness. Right. Where's your
Well, I
liver?
mean,
You still have it?
I only drink like once or twice a week.
Oh, okay.
only. Oh, okay.
Look, what are you going to do when you're in the studio recording music all day? I mean,
That's
I
fair.
had porridge for breakfast. I
Porridge.
didn't drink beer for breakfast.
That is
Which is
so
good.
cute. You had
Healthy.
Yeah.
Porridge filled with Greek yogurt and whey protein.
Only
the best way to
in
eat breakfast.
Britain.
Well, you
Um,
call it oatmeal, don't you? But
Yeah,
it's
we
the
do.
same thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
I never liked oatmeal. I never cared.
I don't
I
like
like
it
it.
until but if I mix it with whey protein and Greek yogurt, and berries, not only is it super tasty and it's super healthy, but it helps with my workout as well and keeps you
Yes,
freaking
definitely.
energetic for ages.
Yeah, but it tastes like a mama bird just giving it to you.
You know what, right? If you mix it with Greek, to be fair, normally I like to do the overnight oats and stick them in the fridge and it ferments and then it's
That's
more like
good.
flapjack. That's a lot better. But
That is a lot better. The cold
to be
brew
fair,
is
my
way better.
my drummer turned up at my house at 9:05. He was supposed to be at 9:30. I didn't really have time to do anything else. I was like, "Why are you here?" I didn't have time to do anything, so I had to leave.
Oh,
Well, it's okay, Rabbit. In 2 weeks, I will be taking one of my hotel vacations, and I will be drinking. So
Well, I've got two. Wait, Yeah, I've got 2 more
will
weeks
you
left,
have
and then I'm on
time?
holiday surfing for a week. Thank fuck, I need the break.
No,
I need to
Doug
go
is
surfing.
getting on cream of wheat. Doug, take the dentures out.
What
What are you doing, Doug? All right. But if you like what Honey has done, please vote for his straw poll. Rabbit here has done the Kikaru.
I've done an outline.
Of an outline. It looks good though. And she's got a big old
Cute.
honking axe, which is
Mhm.
the handle is way bigger than her for her ability to hold it. But that's
To be fair, it's not big enough, really, but I had to fit
Like
it in
if it's
frame.
made from like armor of a bird or something, like maybe it's a really light material.
Oh no, I'm sure it is.
Well, no, the suits give them kaiju power, so they have a percentage of the power, and she just can use a lot more. So the more power the suit they can use, the stronger they are. So the more kaiju relatable, so they can fight them on even terms.
And I will say that this show, at least the little bit the manga I looked at, is much more controlled on the bouncing boobies than usual.
Huh. Well, that's good. They're more modest.
They are more modest. Yeah, more modest.
It's good if you want to tell.
The axe looks like a giant bottle opener.
It does.
Oh, that
It does. It does.
giant soda.
It might be how I've drawn it, though. To be fair,
There might
I
be a
was
little
rushing.
bit of
No, it looks
projection-
good. It just reminds
projection
me of a
going on.
giant bottle opener. Kaiju bottle opener.
Yeah. So you have some kaiju.
Cool. But if you like what Rabbit has done, please vote for the straw poll. It's Kikuru.
Wait, did someone say it was on model? Really?
I don't know.
I heard
Looks
something
good.
say-
what I think.
Alan
It's the blonde, right?
Pretty serious. It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's this character here.
I chose a
love
stupid
those
angle.
colors.
That was the downside because I chose an up angle. I need to shade it to make it look better. I'll do that. I'll color it in. I've done this kind of art in ages.
Now,
You've got the detail in our sketch, lovely.
Alan has gone straight today, which is interesting.
Yep.
There's a joke
Oh,
there somewhere.
Guilty.
There it is. There it is. Looks really good though. Jeff, you got an opinion on this one?
Looks very good.
It does. It
Does.
does.
This
Why
is
won't it load for
does.
me?
solid, just hard to punch in bucket and kaiju.
Yep,
So I
just-
guess the
Fight for justice.
coming up behind him, giving it the purple light, or is it his eyes are the blue light in the front and just the overall environment is kind of a red light?
Yeah, it's like the rim light's the purple light, right?
Ooh.
It's a kaiju.
But he's not
throat
punching
punch.
anybody. He gave him a slushy, and now the kaiju has brain freeze. That's all that's
Oh,
happening.
yeah. I hate that brain freeze.
It's very
Yeah.
innocent.
I hate that. Yeah.
I love
I
it.
was
I
so
love
close to drawing Kafka as well. I would have painted it if I'd have done it. So many cool characters to draw. I could just draw this every week for a bit.
No, it
and
was
Doug
interesting
would die 1,000 deaths.
doing anime every now and then, and the kaiju are
It
always.
was well. That's why Eric's written it down every now and then. But I mean, I know I called this one because he asked, and I was like, well, I'll call this one because this is new, and a lot of people like it. It's very good. I don't know what all the other ones are, but if he needs any others, I can always call something new because there'll be in every season. There's always one that freaking stands out above everything else.
Well, if you want
Always.
something that really stands out as far as Japanese anime goes, I will give you a suggestion. Eric, do you have a pencil prepared?
But if it's old, then I've seen it.
Sure.
Yuroseki
Kitaro.
Seen it.
Sorry, gay.
Gay.
Kitaro.
Kitaro.
You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah.
You'd have seen
No,
it before.
okay.
I guarantee it.
Now, if you guys want some interesting anime to draw, there you go. Because
Okay, December 5th.
it is
I
absolutely.
think we should do
gorgeous.
Yuroseki Doji, but I think that will get banned on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah.
I love the main character, Omino Jaku, is like one of the best characters in anime. It just happens to be in terrible anime.
Yeah. Just tone that down a little bit. Let's go Wicked City now, shall we?
Oh, Wicked City and Monster City. Just combine the two. I love both those movies. Wicked City is amazing. But then the other one, Demon City, or Demon City Shinjuku,
Yeah.
with the Nimpo, with that pocket. That's so good. I love that. We should just do we've done 80s anime before, I think, though. Just 80s anime, because that's the era that got everybody into it, mostly everyone.
Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll, you've got Fist of the North Star. There's so many of those old school things. Although I think Ninja Scroll might be 90s, not 80s.
It is 90s. fucking wrong with you?
What if the manga
Ninja
is
Scroll is
really-
90s.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Fist of the
Yeah.
North Star, Wicked City. I mean, Wicked City and Demon City. I think they're 80s.
I think
Jack, Violence Jack. Do you remember Violence Jack?
Of course, I have Violence Jack.
Yeah, man, that shit's amazing.
I have a whole.
I'm glad somebody else has seen it because
Robotech.
No, the real question is have you seen Apocalypse Zero? Apocalypse Zero.
Yeah,
is the
of course I have.
That's the real litmus.
Shit.
That's the
Dude,
real
I have
litmus test.
I have all of this shit on VHS in my room. I still
Dude,
have
I
all the
actually-
original VHS.
I actually have
Adventure
an
Kid.
animation cell. I have an animation cell from Apocalypse
That's
Zero.
fucking cool.
Well, that is cool. Well, you know, the you mentioned Elfin Lied earlier, which I absolutely adore.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but I don't know.
what-
Could we do that?
I
Lin
would love to
Okamoto?
do it, but I don't know what Amy and Melissa would draw.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I
Because
mean-
let's be fair, it's a bloodbath.
Yeah, but and the story is killer, dude. It is so cool.
Oh, yeah,
it is.
it is.
It's one of the most heartbreaking best stories
Oh,
I've
it is.
ever read.
It is.
Nothing beats it. Nothing.
Yeah,
beats
I
it.
just
There's
don't
a
know
few
if
other
it's
good ones out there, but
drawable,
yeah,
though.
it's.
Because
Oh yeah, of course it is.
is it? Because a lot of the action is these translucent, you know, telekinetic tentacles, right?
Yeah, that
There's a
rip
lot of
people
ways
apart.
you can draw stuff like that. Maybe I mean, maybe we just draw that when we want to do it. Well, we've got Halloween coming up.
Yeah.
I know it's not Halloweeny, but you
You
can
know,
do like
I-
serial experiments. Lane, I mean that's a freaking amazing one.
Lane's not bad. Lane's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's a good horror one.
It is. But in all honesty, some of this stuff I would not recommend to the girls, but I'd recommend Elfin Lied actually.
It's
You just have to. You
if
just
you
have
can
to be
cope with the
prepared.
violence, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to be prepared for a lot of nudity and a lot of violence.
Yeah, but the nudity is not sexual.
It's
There's no it's not
it's,
sexual.
It's
There's
a
just lot of
it's a
limbs being
non-sexual
ripped off.
nudity because they treat them like animals. Like that's
That's-
it's the that is
yeah.
that's the juxtaposition is that they're treated
Yeah.
like animals.
But I would actually
Yeah, it's
suggest
great.
that one. That is a really good story.
Oh, it's my favorite. Nothing's been able to beat it for me ever.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's
Uh,
still my favorite.
Lane is good too. That you guys mentioned that. Lane is great.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
anyway,
I love that.
vote for Alan. All right. Let me go see. if there's-
Just vote for Alan.
Let me go see here.
I'm gonna
Uh,
vote for Alan. I've been told to.
You've been told. Yes. Let me go over here and look at the draw along stuff and see what I have to pull out. Oh, there's Johan. Last week's his Queen Maeve was great, dude.
I missed last week, didn't I? What did you
yeah.
do last week?
Johan, if you're listening, we love you.
Yeah, he said he had work to do. Let's see here. I don't know if that's supposed to be
Oh, you
today. I
did The
guess it
Boys, didn't
is.
you?
This is from JD. I guess this is
Thunder Rats
Kafka.
one's great.
Diabolical. Oh, and he did a little showing him draw it.
Yeah.
I guess this is Kafka, but that would be a draw along. Rosa is here. Let's see if
No,
she
that-
did anything.
That's
Yes, I
for
did do-
last week.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
we didn't
Thunder
see
Rat
it.
did. Thunder Rat's
Butcher
done
from last week.
Kafka's draw.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Butcher. Okay. Well, I do have Rosa's here. I don't think
Yeah.
she understood the reference material.
No, this is actually this is from the anime.
She's got
It
a
is
little
the
pixie
Kaiju.
dragon.
No,
Yep.
it is the kaiju that actually infects Kafka.
It
And
is.
it
Yeah,
creates
you're right.
Yeah,
parasites.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
He needs more color,
It is
but
really
you're
fun.
right. He needs, yeah. He's a bit
You did a great
rainbowy.
job.
Reference didn't have any
I learned.
colors, so thank you.
So I stand
I just made
corrected.
my
Rosa
Thank you.
wins. Vote for Rosa. All right.
Thank you very much.
There you go. It's done. End
He's
of
a
the
little
conversation.
weak little dude. He's a little weak little dude. When he gets a hold of Kafka, he makes him into this horrible monster, which is
Well,
really cool.
I'm imagining, since I've seen so many Japanese stories, that he is actually something super special, and his bond with Kafka is going to become the entirety of the story. I would imagine.
probably.
Yeah. That sounds about right. It's this symbiote type. It's like what was that other one? The Parasite Eve.
Alien.
Not Parasite Eve. Parasite. Yeah, just Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite.
Yeah, I love that show. That's another good one.
That's very good, Rosa. Thank you. All right, let me take a look
Thank
at the draw along stuff while you guys draw. And once again, vote Rosa. Okay.
course.
So we got Jason Gonzalez here, Thunder Rat, and he's done himself a Kaiju Kafka, Kaiju number 8.
No,
looks great.
You know what's good about this? He did it in color as well.
Did he? I'll look on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He normally only does black and white sketches.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's pretty good. Add a little bit of tint to it. Not bad.
Yeah.
Well,
very cool.
He obviously really likes it.
Elrod.
It's very good.
Did something, and I'll show it. It doesn't apply to what we're doing at all, but it's great Elrod stuff.
Clint Eastwood, maybe. I guess.
Beautiful drawing.
Trinity.
I don't know what that is.
Trinity?
I love it. Yeah, it's Trinity from My Name is Trinity, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, My Name is Trinity. A weird little Western, man. There's 2 or 3 of those movies, yeah. And
I've never heard of him.
It's a weird thing, but I kind of love it.
It's one of the first real Western
Sorry,
heroes.
I just watched Blue Moons.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
His is wicked funny.
All right. Well, let me go over to the Twitters and see if I can't. Where's my Twitter? Why is it not here?
I don't think people post on Twitter anymore, do they? Do they?
Why is my Twitter not?
I think
Maybe Doug will.
Right,
oh no.
Be like that.
I think some people do. I could find it.
Yeah, no, Doug and Jason often put on.
I post, but I'm cheating.
There we go. It works. There's this idiot that got honeypotted. Oh, that's such a great scene. Best character entrance in the movies. I wouldn't disagree. The Devil's appearance in Constantine is an amazing. That guy just ate the freaking scenery, dude. It's such a good scene.
Yeah, because it was good. That movie was good. It just wasn't Constantine.
No,
I watched it not long ago again, and I was like, "Yeah, this is a really fucking good movie. It's just a shame it's not the real Constantine."
This guy, I don't give a shit. I'm turning it on. I'm turning it on because it's such a good scene.
I don't think it's any sound.
No, I'm turning it on, dude. I don't care. I'm turning it on.
I think it was his idea for all the black goo. That was his own personal idea for the character, and to be wearing a white suit. Like a fully
no
bright
shoes.
white
Oh, it's
suit.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
One soul.
Yeah.
All his idea.
Here to collect myself.
I love the fuck you. It's so good.
So good, dude.
I love that guy. He's good in everything.
I've got stock.
Yeah,
Very fitting, John. And now when you cut it deep, you cut the tendons. Finger movement goes out the window. Let me help you.
Oh, of course he's a dick. Of course he's a dick.
See? Sonny, I've got a whole theme park full of red lights for you. Aren't you, Peach? I didn't think you would make the same mistake twice. And you didn't. Did you? So it's a family. Family's doing just fine. Busy, 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 busy. Need a vacation. Word is that kid of yours is a chip off the old block. Well, one does what one can. He's in the other room. Boys will be boys.
Watch as the strain gets copyright striked.
With
Oh, that's one time.
It's so good.
Accounting for taste.
It's the best devil, dude.
They have the spear of destiny.
Yeah, he's.
Hey, wait a minute. This is not the Princess Bride.
No, it's not. And it's a weird. It's cropped weird, which probably means I won't get hit.
Oh, we hope not.
It's good as crop for Twitter and
Yeah.
Instagram.
But if you haven't seen Constantine, it's a great fun movie. He's Rabbit's right. It's not Constantine at all. But it's a great fun movie. It's got a lot of really good scenes, and this scene is longer than this. They only showed 2 minutes of it, but it's freaking awesome. This guy.
It's just a good supernatural movie. Yeah, he's very devil.
It's so awesome. It's my favorite devil in any movie of all time.
I did like the other one. What was that other one? The was it Al Pacino played the devil?
Oh yeah, that's
Devil's Advocate.
That's a good one too. Devil's
Advocate.
Advocate.
I enjoyed that one quite a lot.
But what about Tom Waits in the Imaginarium of Dr. Panarsis?
Tom Waits.
Tom Waits playing the devil is just so perfect.
It is, yeah. But I just
Tim
love
Curry did a
this
good job,
guy.
too.
I don't even know this guy's name.
I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's good. But I just love that scene. It's so good. Anyway, let me see if I can find something cute because that's so cute. This stupid cat.
It's like we're having a devil night in October.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, now you're getting on. Now you're getting on a little bit of the. Beauty of,
there is a schedule for that.
Top dollar. Yeah, Top Dollar,
What's the
Micah.
schedule? What are we doing?
Are you just watching a Canva ad?
Yeah, really?
Stupid cat.
Oh wait, we're doing the Terrifier, are we? In Halloween.
I can't do that movie. That's just scary.
BNQ brought to you by Canva.
Ah, Terrifier, man.
If I have
Which
to
is
deal
ironic
with a
because it's
stupid
an
cat every day on the damn TV, you have to.
Eric, does
Which is
everyone have
ironic
to go
because
watch Terrifier?
Canva's an AI service.
I love Terrifier.
I know I like it too, but does everyone have? Well, I suppose. Amy, Melissa, go watch Terrifier.
You can just look up the clown and draw cute pictures of the clown.
Yeah, just draw a clown. Yeah, just draw.
I don't think there's any cute pictures of the clown.
No, just a
You can
clown.
draw
any random clown.
Yeah, make them shucking clams or something.
I'm so tempted to. Oh, you know I know you guys are on about horror. You know The Thing. You know the PS2 game. There's a remaster coming out for it. I don't know if you know.
For what?
You know The Thing. The movie The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh,
ages ago. There's a remake coming out.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, there you go.
We're doing Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow is in the movie, or just?
Oh, just any headless horseman.
And a beer.
And
a beer.
And a beer. He's gonna drive.
Yeah, baby. All right. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I don't even.
What the fuck is Don Bluth?
Don Bluth's awesome. Check it
Oh,
out.
Don Bluth.
He's like a
animator, animation studio.
Yeah.
I'll be on
Look at
holiday
these
that week, so
dumbasses.
it's fine.
You really think you're going to hurt The Rock, idiots?
What?
They painted your homestead orange, Chester.
They did.
Oh no, not CG.
Actually, lesser and greater Busby are much further north than this. These are on the Salisbury Plains. The Busby lands are up in lowland Scotland. You ever been to Greater or Lesser Busby?
Are you a greater?
Not I. I've been to Greater and I've been to Greater Northern Ensenada.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I've been to mediocre Busby.
Yeah. Well, no, those lands up there, like a long, long time ago, my family was in charge
What are you
of.
watching now?
I don't know, but don't disturb it. Okay. It's heavy metal, baby.
This is the good old days, man.
This is the way. This is
Those
the way
are good old
America
days, right
is.
here.
It's proper. It's proper.
Boo, Eric. Sorry, I know he's watching something, but
boo,
you literally got Beetlejuice in 2000 AD. Literally the 2 weeks I'm on holiday surfing in September.
Are you serious? Well, that's when
Can you
Beetlejuice
switch
comes
one of
out.
them around with Marvel DC? Because I don't care about that at all.
Yeah, we could do that.
Do 2000 AD, like switch them around, because I'd like to do Beetlejuice, but I can live with that, but I don't want to do Marvel. We'll do
Oh yeah, I
2000,
freaking love
switch those
Beetlejuice,
two around.
man.
Yeah, I love Beetlejuice.
Okay,
Yeah.
cat
The
attack.
two-
Fine. Oh, it's baby. It's baby Kim and the Putin. This is not real, but it's good enough. All right, we'll take that. That's our cuteness for the day. This is baby Kim. This is baby Kim. All right.
That took a long time.
That's
to find.
another 48 hours 3.
Yeah. Very good. Oh, you did. That's cool, Armron. He did the watch it come together thing video. Those are nice. All right, let's see what Doug's got here. All right. All right, here we go. Gun to the head. You got the fez on. All right, the cigarette. All right. Let me read it. Everyone's a liar. Everyone's a hypocrite. Everyone's just waiting for me to slip up so they can pounce and destroy me. I don't trust anyone. I don't like anyone. I don't even like myself, damn it. And yet, I'm stuck here, all alone in this primordial hellhole, trapped in a whole world of anime-loving, manga-reading, otaku-infested, tentacle filth. I hate the people who create it. I hate the people who consume it. I hate their wives, their daughters, their mothers and fathers, their husbands, even their mailman's dog. I hate the very thought of it. But most of all, I hate myself for being powerless to stop it, for being trapped in the never-ending cycle of despair and desperation. It's hell. Just a shell of a human being, a husk of what once was. And no one cares. No one gives a damn. No hope, no escape, no respite. Just me alone, lost in a sea of endless misery.
You know, it'd be very ironic if he was a motivational speaker by trade.
Yeah, me? Yeah.
Well, now I know what I'm animating on Animation Day.
That's right.
Tentacles?
That was poetry, y'all. That was poetry.
We should just rip that whole clip, and then every single one of us who's there on Animation Day just take a chunk of it, and we'll animate the whole thing of Chester. Of Chester reading that.
Yes.
I think I got through that one without a mistake almost.
That was good. Yeah, that was good.
That was
Doug,
awesome.
You can just draw cow and chicken or something like that if you don't want to draw an anime. It's okay. We love whatever you do.
No. I like seeing his
responses. All right, guys, ready
his
for the video?
breakdown every
I'm
time.
ready.
It's great.
Let's see what we got.
So hard.
Yeah, it's made me laugh so much.
Oh.
It's just that good shot at the end.
He's got issues. He has issues.
It is a running meme. That is true. Right. Doug has left us.
And next month, when we do the next anime thing, we'll see what he comes up with then.
That's true.
We'll get a new one.
And it's true. Well, let me go over here and let me grab the straw poll myself so I can vote. And, oh, there it is.
The anime manifesto.
Right.
Manifesto? Any manifesto?
All right. Let's see here. All right.
Oh yeah, you got to do the it's the wiggling around one.
All right. So here we go. Who won the Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Edition Kaiju number 8 competition? I have 1 through 8 to choose, and I must place them in their proper order. I must be accurate and correct, as you must be as well. Please go vote now. But amongst our 8 choices, we do have Amy, cute Kaiju Lester. All right. Andrew, furry Kaiju Fleming. All right.
Free.
Melissa, friendly Kaiju Lester. Well, we have adjectives and then Kaiju. Sounds good. We have Kaiju on the Barbie, Amaran. All right, I'll give you 2 points for that. That was pretty good, Jeff. I'll give you a little bit of love for that. Number 5, Eric, exquisitely groomed Kaiju Hawkins. That's true. I would have went with
shaved my head today.
Manscaped. Oh, did you?
That's spicy.
That's just sad.
I shaved my head. Why?
Number 6, of course, is One Doom Kaiju flushing the toilet with mic on rabbit. That's true. That's true. Alan, the Kaiju that worships Taco Bell Mexican pizza. Alonzo, is Taco Bell Mexican pizza good?
Oh yeah.
No, it has betrayed me.
Oh, it has. I'm sorry.
What?
They brought it back. It was sold out every week, and when I finally had it, it was like worse than I ever remembered.
Oh wow!
It was just a paper towel with cheese and sauce on it.
Pretty much.
It's not as good.
And since then, Alan's been a broken man.
I'm so sorry.
Ordering
Oddly
the
enough, it
Mexican-
cured your diarrhea. I don't know what they put in it.
Well.
I lost my faith.
No.
Goodness gracious. And then, of course, number 8, we have Rosa, one-handed shotgun bear slayer de oro.
Oh, dude, you could make a difference as well in the voting. If
All
you
right,
vote
all
right.
right. No influence in me. No.
I'm not telling you how. I don't tell you wins, but you normally like to make a difference.
I do. You are correct. Well, who am I going to choose for number 1 today? It's either going to be
Oh,
Eric.
not that one. Not that one.
Or it's going to be Alan. I think we'll give it to Eric today.
Me?
Amy's was certainly cute. Andrew's was solid. Rabbit's was solid.
Everything was solid.
Nope,
Yeah,
Amaron wins. Yep, that's Amaron.
Amaron.
Bastard!
Okay, so I voted.
That could change it. Yeah, that could change it.
You son of
Go on,
a...
refresh.
It was really
Oh,
good.
no.
It
It
really
doesn't
good.
matter. Eric's still. Eric
Oh, God.
Someone else voted at the same time.
But Armoron will pull ahead 10 minutes after the show ends.
Probably.
That's right.
When his,
Exactly.
when his mates wake up.
Well, he's
After I've told enough people, yeah.
Well, he is Kaiju on the Barbie. No, that's not right. Kaiju on the Barbie. How do I crikey that? Someone help me.
Good
crikey
eye.
that. Good eye.
Kaiju on the Barbie there?
Kaiju on the Barbie. That was better?
There you go. That's closer.
Wow, it's like
Kaiju on the Barbie. No, that's German.
That's
amazing.
terrible.
A little bit of
That's
Vegemite
not
on
even
that.
German.
it
What?
sounds just like Armoron.
It
Wow,
does.
amazing.
Yeah,
I can't even tell the difference.
I only had a ham sandwich today.
I feel like I'm
Good
watching
eye.
Crocodile Dundee.
You do. You should.
You have offended me, and you have offended the Australian Shaolin Temple.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I need to binge Blue Healers. Blue Healers. I have to binge that show again.
Yeah.
It's like law in this country.
Well,
Amazing, these ribs taste like Godzilla.
yeah. Well, a lot of Americans have the impression of Australia is the awker, right? And of course, not all Australians sound like that. So.
Oh, I'm sure
Yeah, it's
they're
like
different
English.
guys.
They all have-
The stereotypes of English is the same, right? No
Sure.
one
Yeah,
sounds
right.
the same.
Yeah, more poupon, grey poupon, please. You know that.
The Cockney English.
Oh,
Good
Yeah,
eye.
well, the traditional Cockney, if you're going back a long time ago,
well,
sure.
to be fair, there's only one Cockney, and his name is Michael Caine. So.
Yes, and I agree, and he's amazing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Speaking of, I don't know if any of you guys watch, you probably have. I just watched Peaky Blinders. I've never seen it before.
Oh, it's great.
That's English, obviously.
It's
Yeah,
good
you know
stuff.
what? I was very happy. And then I found out they're doing a movie to finish it off soon, which is filming this year, and that made me even happier. But obviously, it's because it's Cillian Murphy, who's fucking amazing actor.
Yeah,
I didn't know I was going to be so good. I've left it, right? I left that show forever, and I literally just watched it like 2 weeks ago, started it, and I finished it already because it was that fucking good.
Wow.
I watched it on accident. I was looking for Penny Dreadful, and I go, I think it's Peaky Blinders. Maybe it's this
Oh,
one.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
started
yeah.
watching. I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah, it's good,
That's
right?
hilarious.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
fucking
Penny Dreadful's good too.
Yeah.
Peaky fucking Blinders, yes. So good.
Penny Dreadful was fun. There was good stuff.
Yeah, the original Penny Dreadful was good, but yeah, Peaky Blinders, but that's just well acted,
Yeah,
very
no,
good.
it's very
Yeah.
solid, yeah. Well, anyway, thank
Yeah,
you
I was
guys all
surprised.
for coming in for this. It is nice to do some things that we're less familiar with to open it up. And like I said, if that's your kind of thing, you should go check it out because it does look pretty. But nevertheless, thank you, Rosa, Melissa, Andrew, Amy, Rabbit, Alan, and Kaiju on the Barbie armor on himself. We do appreciate all of you. But today's winner, it is Eric. And he is exquisitely good.
Eric.
So claps for everybody.
Yeah, you had 0 points.
Didn't Armoron win the last bunch of them?
Maybe.
I think I tied last week with Eric.
I won it. Last time I won a show, it was on Mike's show. I haven't won a show in hours and ages.
No, doesn't.
I missed Mike's show last night because I was doing my guitar and I looked at it. I was like, oh, he sent me an invite. Oh, well, I forgot. I forget. It's Wednesday, isn't it? And it's 3 o'clock because we moved ours forwards, didn't we, to 2? So I forget. Or for me, I know, but it's now a different hours, isn't it? So
I think it's the same time here, but I don't know about time zones or.
no,
or
it's
like-
because I start. This used to start at 3, and Mike still starts his at 3. If I'd have done that at 3, I would have had my guitar finished. Although it looked like an interesting show.
It was fun.
I need to. I'll try next week. I keep forgetting. He's invited me loads of times recently, and I forget or I'm busy.
Right, sure. It's
like last week, I didn't do hours last week either because I was busy. So
We did the
Or
boys
tired.
last
Or
week.
was I playing Lord of the Rings? Yeah, I know. I wasn't. I think it was just because I wasn't interested in it. I think that's why I was like, yeah. I think I checked and you had enough people. Yeah, I've never read the comic and the show is okay.
Well,
you know?
The Boys.
I didn't know what I would draw. It's just people.
The Boys episode 1 seemed to have got some kind of little bit of attention on the internet, and now The Boys is like falling off a cliff. People, it's almost as hated as Acolyte.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate for it actually. A lot of people are disappointed in it.
So I've got the first 4 episodes and I've not watched it yet. So
yeah, I haven't watched it either.
I watched the first 3 episodes. They put them out, and I'm out. I was like, oh my god, like,
is it no
so
good?
bad.
No.
Because they're always like lefty. They're always lefty, and like right now the thing on the internet is like, oh, the conservatives don't get that they're being made fun of the whole time. Everyone knows that they're making fun of conservatives, but at least it was well written.
That's what
now
I mean.
it's just shit.
That's the thing. It needs to be well written, doesn't it? It doesn't matter what it's about.
The left is saying it's like, oh, the right has no media literacy. It's like, no, we understand everything. We just don't care because it was fine. Like, we liked this.
Yeah. At least it was funny and entertaining. Yes, we're rooting for the bad guy. We know he's the bad guy, you fucking morons. We know.
We love the bad guy because he's the best actor in the whole fucking thing. Well, him and Carl.
Exactly. He's well written, and he's a great actor.
Because he's really like that. He's like that in real life.
I don't know, is he English or is he New Zealand?
He's New Zealand. He's from New Zealand.
I thought he was. Yeah, because I remember he was in Xena.
Yeah. I saw him on the Hot One show, and you see him in real life.
He's like, really young though. He was like a teenager.
Yeah.
Well, everyone was in Xena.
He's a Ken doll, so what do you want? But nevertheless, let's go ahead and go through. Let everybody say hi. Hi, Amron.
Hi.
I love you, Amron.
How's life?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Same old.
Yeah.
Same old.
So do you live in desert, near desert, or
he lives near beach.
Desert?
Far from desert.
He lives near beach.
Do you have like trees?
Beach. We have trees.
You do? Okay.
Yay.
It's tropical. It's a tropical environment.
He has surf right near him.
Well, most of Australia is a desolate desert, dude.
Yeah, in the middle bit, but everyone lives on the outside, don't they?
Yeah, pretty far away from it. Like there's like thousands of k's of like farmland before you hit desert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you guys can actually grow food. Well, that's good.
Yes.
Amron, what's the most poisonous thing you can see from your house right now?
It's probably just on his wall. It's probably like a big spider the size of 2 fists on the side of his wall.
Probably the electricity running through the walls and all my devices and stuff. Like the
what?
Into my head. The electricity running through.
Do you have tripwires for fucking
electromagnetic forces and everything? Yeah.
We demand poisonous creatures.
Well, I'm looking at a deadly long-legged spider right now. They like to make like little webs around the bottom of my desks. So.
Do you ever get those fucking big fuckers in your house? You know, the really big ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're not that dangerous, but they're.
No,
I don't
chill.
care about spiders. They're like face huggers, but they're not as scary.
Oh my god.
You could describe them as like face huggers without the tail.
Yeah.
Very thin arms.
Well, you guys got like the most number of poisonous things in the world, so.
Yeah.
You just got death wishes and stuff.
Yeah, we get carpet snakes, and they usually like to go into houses.
I like that. I mean, they're carpet snakes, so I assume they like carpets.
They're called a carpet snake?
Yeah.
They actually look like carpet.
So, and are they dead poisonous? Is that what they are?
They can be, yeah. They can be. They can bite. Yeah. So
I mean, we have a few poisonous things over here. Like there's a few poisonous snakes, but not like damn.
Your taipans are like your most deadly.
Yeah, those things are.
Do you have like black widows and shit over there? Things like that, like those.
Black widow. We call them redback spiders, though.
Yeah.
They're not the same, but
which is bad.
Yeah.
Australia, full of hell, and
Yes.
if you surf, you might get eaten by a shark
or a crocodile.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it happens all the time.
I mean,
And
it's
crocodiles.
a very nice,
It's always
safe
on the
place,
news.
Australia.
Yeah, it's always on the news about some idiot has gone into croc-infested waters for a swim and ended up getting eaten.
Crocodile? What? I didn't know you had them over there.
Oh,
Fuck
my
me.
yeah, we
You've
got
got everything with teeth and
biggest
poison
in the
It's
world.
like-
Rabbit. They got.
if you
huge
want to go
crocodiles.
train, go to Australia and train, and you'll come back anywhere else. You'll be gnarly because if you survived Australia, you're probably fine.
Even their ducks
Jesus
are poisonous.
yeah.
The
I did
platypus.
not know you had
Yeah.
crocodiles. Fuck.
Yeah, that's true. Platypus is poisonous too. That's true.
Yeah, they are.
Joyous
Shit.
country.
Yeah, it's great. I still want to go there, but
No, absolutely. Well, thank you very
I'd
much,
love to
Alrod.
go
It's
surfing
nice
there.
that you're
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy.
Somehow.
Andrew, what are you doing here? You got a mustache.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully
All right.
he's
Well,
training to play Street Fighter.
no, that's true too. Yeah. If you if you want to check out my stuff, you can go to SlayerInSun.com. You can read my comic book for free.
has
Posting up to
multiple pages in
page
this one.
303 today, I think, for free. I think that's what it is. I don't remember.
So many pages.
Working on page 742, which should be posted
What the
posted
fuck's-
up at some
Oh,
point.
you're gonna have a party when you get to 1,000.
Oh yeah, it's Bugbear's arrival.
I don't know. I'll have to. I'm really just trying to get to the end. I need to finish off volume 4, get to volume 7. I'm getting close. I'm getting there. But so I'm currently in convention season. So just got back from Fan Expo Boston. Sold 24 books.
Good
It was
job.
pretty good weekend overall. It was actually below average my normal, but we had like an above average Friday, below average Saturday, and then Father's Day was Sunday, and we made like
Oh,
special
yeah.
dad deals for all the dads that came in. We gave them special deals, and it was really fun. So it was a blast. So it was a good way to kick off convention season. And then so my next one, I'll be in Springfield, Massachusetts at Springfield Comic Con, July 13th to the 14th. And if you're there, you can come get some Solarian Sun stuff. It'll be my first time in Western Mass, like that far out of Western Mass, because it's like way far away from Boston. So
Do you when you go to these conventions, do you bring a pretty girl with you?
no, I bring my brother.
Oh, you should bring a pretty girl.
And he loves his brother, and that's awesome.
That's fine, but pretty girl sells things.
Yeah. Well, I don't have one of those yet. Who will help me sell things? So
No, okay. You got to work on that.
Well, I am. I'm currently working on that, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's good.
Good
Don't worry
job.
about it, Chester.
Okay.
Thanks for looking out for me, Chester.
No
But
problem.
don't worry about it. I got this handled.
All right, good.
Yes.
That's good. At any point, just let me know.
Okay. Oh, okay. I don't need pointers.
I'm always here for you. I'm always here.
Okay. Thank you, Chester.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's everything. I think that's what I got. You know.
Cool.
Come see me at one of the shows and get some books.
There you go. This mustache thing has made a comeback, and I have something to say about it, Eric.
Yeah,
What?
You can't grow one?
I saw this boy the other day. He was doing music, and I guess he's a popular singer on the YouTubes. And he had a mustache, not a Van Dyke, not a goatee, not a beard. You know, just a mustache. But he was too young to grow a mustache. It was full of holes. And he made a music video, and that's on MTV that he put up with his holy mustache.
Oh, poor little thing.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty bad. Anyway, moving along. I trust that Eric doesn't wear a mustache. He's a Van Dyke man. I know he is. And Andrew is smooth shaven, so I sleep well at night. So.
That is not true. I am not smooth shaven.
Oh God.
I have a handlebar.
Oh God.
I got a full beard. I'm fully bearded.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, he threw down on you, man.
I hope there's no mustachios in here. So anyway, Amy, hi.
You mean a solo mustache? Hell no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
No, that looks creepy.
Only Tom Selleck and Sam Elliott are allowed to do that.
Actually, that's who this character that I'm drawing is based off of. Is it's a Tom Selleck model.
Yeah,
I put Tom Selleck in my book because Tom Selleck is the best.
Well,
Thank you.
as far as mustache go. Amy, hi.
Amy.
How
Oh
are
my
you?
gosh, I'm so much made it in today. Yeah, we're doing good.
kittens are okay. Family's okay. Getting stuff cleaned up. It's nice. So
Building skills, life is beautiful.
yeah, it's
Now,
great,
you
and
have-
we got to be here with everyone.
Well,
so
you have
that's
poisonous and deadly things near you too.
yeah.
Technically speaking, if my trivia is correct, Florida is the only place in the world that have alligators, crocodiles, and caiman endemically that live all together in the same ecosystem.
All in harmony with
Yeah.
eating people.
So be careful about the water.
Yep.
Don't
I
put
see
it
what-
on.
I think the most dangerous thing near me is badgers. That's
Let's
about
see
it.
here. Blue Moon is
We don't
over
have
here. Just so you girls know, Blue Moon is letting us know. He says, I'm currently rocking a mustache, a solo mustache, long hair, and dentures. Kind of like a 70s guy. Good job.
Yeah, this is
Full on porn, man.
Yeah. Is your name
That's
Dirk
like my
or
friend.
Ed
It's
Diggler?
like one of my friend's dad. He had the porn mustache, and he wore it. He was so funny.
And dentures.
Yeah,
I don't know what the dentures is about. It was going to be a quote for something, surely.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the right
Very-
kind of thing for
Like a
someone with
70s
this
guy, I
style.
see.
That's
I
right.
see. Now it
Alpha
all
Proto has
makes
labeled
sense.
him hippie. Good job, Alpha Proto. Well, anyway, anything interesting going on with you girls?
No, same old. So we'll keep you posted when you'll probably hear it yelled from the mountain. Well, Florida doesn't have mountaintops. You'll hear
Sugarloaf Mountain.
Sugarloaf Mountain. We'll drive to
Sugarloaf
Sugarloaf Mountain.
I
Climb to the top of
think
it.
I've been there actually.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Was it very tall?
I was young, but I do
Oh,
remember
okay.
Sugarloaf.
Yes,
Have I
everybody's
been there,
tall
or
when you're
was it a song? It might have been a song.
What?
Either way, but just so you girls know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Andrew's backup. You know, I'm going to help him out if he needs it, right? So I
Okay.
can be your backup too. Yeah,
All
needs
right.
to
We'll
grow
have
up.
a whole minute.
I can help you out. Yeah.
That
Nice.
includes fights too.
Oh, that actually I can do. Actually, can do.
Yeah, I mean, I would if I'm calling anybody, if I get into a fight, I'm phoning Chester
Yes.
like
Yeah.
immediately, just be like, "Yo, could you just one punch this guy for me? That'd be great."
Yeah.
Usually
Or
my
get in the eye.
presence is enough, and that's all there is. They usually there's no violence if I just kind of show up.
You don't have to punch some guy's ear off.
Sure.
Well,
that's
that
good.
was one of the
Oh.
best things you learn as a bouncer. You know, is presence.
That's
Mhm.
true. That does make a difference.
Yeah.
I always find that when I tell people from Nottingham in this country, people don't talk to me in scary ways because apparently Nottingham's a scary place to go.
Yeah.
It's not. I live here. It's not, but apparently it is. But I think it's because it was there was some gang shenanigans a while ago, but that was years ago.
Was it Robin Hood?
No. I'm on
Yeah, it
about
was-
the outer skirts of Nottingham. I've gone to all those places. I've partied with those people. And yes, there's a lot of drug dealers and violent people out there, but they're all normal, nice people unless you're in the
That's
gangs.
true. Drug dealers are people too. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I've known a lot of them. Some of them are quite nice. They just do a different job. Some of them are scary. You don't go near
I
them.
bled all over a drug dealer's Mercedes white leather.
Oh God! I bet that did that end well. Didn't sound like it would. Well, I mean, obviously, it didn't start well to begin with.
No, it was pretty messy. There was blood everywhere. Yeah, it was bad.
I've not been there. I've never done that. I've just been to parties.
I almost died, dude.
I know a lot of sketchy people. Yeah, that's scary shit.
They took a bunch of clamps and closed me up, put me on the side of the. Of course, this is in New York City. Put me on the side of the hallway on a gurney and left me there. I started getting quite cold and blue, and I asked the nurse.
That's very American
It is,
movie.
it
That
is,
doesn't
it
sound
is.
realistic at all.
But it is though,
That's
and I asked the
scary
nurse.
shit. No, I'm not saying it isn't, but you know what I mean. That's the kind of shit.
Yeah, unfortunately,
That's
but
scary.
I eventually asked the nurse how much longer I'm going to be here. The problem was I have O negative blood, and they didn't have any. They were flying it in from Boston.
Dude.
Oh,
Oh
is
my
that a thing? I
goodness.
don't know my blood type, so.
Well, they could find out, but
They can.
Well,
But
it will be on medical records when
it's probably the closest I came from death. Either that or I almost drowned once. A lifeguard saved me. I've been saved by lifeguards.
I've been there. I've almost drowned from surfing, but I've almost cut my finger off, and I've done a whole bunch of other stupid shit. But I've never almost died. I don't think. No.
I've been close.
That's wrong. I did. I almost did from falling off a cliff, but I saved myself at the last minute. So I used to do rock climbing, freehand rock climbing.
No, that's that. No, I just don't do that.
Yeah. No, well, I didn't do it again after that because that was scary shit.
It was.
Yeah. Once you fall once, you don't go back. I don't have a death wish.
But anyway, white leather and blood don't mix very well, just so you know. You need chemicals. Eric, hi.
Hey. I have one of my coworkers has volunteered to go to conventions with me and dress up as my Dorothy.
Oh, okay.
Dude, take some pictures for reference for when we want to draw next, because that'd be awesome.
Does he have a beard?
No, but see, I was smart enough to say I don't think so because my wife wouldn't like that. If you see my screen, I have the schedule up. I've made some adjustments, but next week is Herman, P. Hunters, the Revenant, and the Cult.
Yeah,
very cool.
Oh, yeah, we need some good old reference for that. I want to do a good job for this because last time I struggled at it. This time I want a good reference. I want to do a really good job.
I wonder who.
And then we'll be off the week after that for Independence Day.
And then I'm on holiday.
Take
so
that, rabbit.
After that. Yeah, I don't care. It gives me a week break before I go on a week's break.
And then John Luke, that's awesome. D&D. Oh, we got.
That's the thing, right?
Oh, yeah,
so you do Don Bluth while I'm on holiday, right? So when I come back, what are you going to make me? They'll probably be horrible to me because I haven't been to D&D for a while. And the last time I was there, I was very drunk.
Yes, you were. I was listening to that one.
Yeah.
I was very drunk. Yeah. Well, I mean, I only turned up because I thought I was needed, and then I was drunk, and then I wasn't needed at the time, and then I lost track of life. It's easy to do when you're drinking too much.
And Andrew, I know for the D&D one, I have to give you characters.
Yeah, you got to prep.
Yeah.
So cat person for Andrew.
These characters I need to create. Do I need to create full sheets or just concepts?
Concept ideas are like, so basically I would say like race.
Yeah, class, race. You don't need a statum.
No, but things like if they've got a religion or like if they've got a certain quirk,
like a backstory.
an attitude, that kind of thing. Yeah,
just like a short background story.
Sure.
Give me something evil. I like evil.
I will. I'm going to give Amy a tiefling.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Tieflings
well, thank you very much, Eric, for all your hard work. I do appreciate it. I almost voted for you today. Typing. I was close.
You know what? You've got gaps. Can we put Carry On movies on there as one of the? I don't know if anyone knows them. That'd be great. Sorry, I just
what movie?
Carry On movies. The Carry On movies. You not seen them?
No.
They're very English. Oh my god! If you've not seen them, they're very fucking pure English humor. Carry On. Watch the Carry On.
They used to play them in Australia. They used to play them all the time.
Yeah, so you know them.
Like
Sid James and fucking. Oh my god.
Nice.
Like, yeah.
You guys should go watch some Carry On movies.
Like the midday movies, it'd be on at midday on TV.
They're fucking great.
Well, look up those.
It's sort of like I don't know if it's like Monty Python, but it's like
it's not like it's not like that.
They are like a Monty Python group though.
They are, but it's very tongue in cheek and it's a bit like it's very funny. Yeah, they're very English funny, but it's very funny.
Quaint sexist jokes as well. It's kind of nowadays.
Like Kids in the Hall.
Just go and watch the Carry On movie. And the
only reason I know about it is Jack Davis.
They don't do sketch comedies. Are they sketch?
Davis?
It's not a sketch format.
Yeah,
they just mostly did movies. Like it's just
it's the ones from
they
the
just
50s
went all over
and
the place. Yeah, 60s.
They spanned along. They carry. But the ones with Sid James and all those guys, they're the ones you want. They're fucking hilarious. You'll recognize the people.
No, probably.
I forget because it's very English, isn't it? I forget how English it is. Yeah, you should watch some of that shit. It's funny. You might not appreciate it, but I
like Austin Powers has a sort of inspired by the Carry On movies in a way.
Holy crap! There's
especially like the first.
Oh god, yeah, there's loads of them.
Wow.
Carrying up the where, carry on down there, carry on camping. You know, the carry on everything.
Yeah, I've never,
really?
I've never seen
Cowboy,
it.
Like
carry on
Ernest.
teacher.
It's like
Like
the Ernest
Ernest.
goes camping.
Like
of England.
Ernest goes to camp, and Ernest goes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, like that,
Oh,
but better.
nice, nice.
All right, cool.
I think we had like a rat race here. Our version was like rat race or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I've seen the Ernest movies, but
Oh yeah.
yes, we make sure you go and rile up a bunch of British viewers for that day, though.
we didn't have to draw it. But what I'm saying is, well, I didn't know anyone didn't know it except for Amon. Thankfully, somebody in another country knows it. But
I kind of grew up on them.
I think you'd appreciate. I think you'd all appreciate that. Well, maybe not everybody, but I think Chester and Eric definitely would have.
Very old. It is very old-fashioned comedy, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Classic
It's
old-fashioned
old-school
British
English comedy.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Alan, would you like to say something that doesn't involve diarrhea or Taco Bell?
I say boobs.
That you can do that. That's fine. Go ahead.
All right, don't
Well,
be
I feel like
boobs,
it's,
and check out the Ace Volume 3
There you go.
now on Indiegogo.
Or just make a Pizza
Oh.
Hut, since in England, when you watch Demolition Man, it's not Taco Bell, it's Pizza Hut.
No, it is. It's Taco Bell on the version I've got.
No, Taco Bell wins the fast food wars, right? Yeah.
We have Taco Bell over
But there's
here
a
now as
version
well,
where it's Pizza Hut that wins the franchise.
Oh, is there?
Oh, that's
I
right,
did not know
overseas,
that.
you're right,
I
you're
did
right.
not know that. But I've got the VHS of it, and it's Taco Bell on the one I've got when it came out.
Yeah, in Australia
you
we
get the
got the
American
Taco
version.
Bell version, but then for some reason the cable provider keeps showing the Pizza Hut version, and it's just
I've never
bizarre.
seen the pizza. I'm gonna have to look for that. I've never seen that version. It just sounds bizarre.
Yeah, they dub their voices over and everything. Like you hear her say Pizza Hut, and it just looks off.
Yeah.
I mean, do they actually sit around and eat pizza in the?
Well,
they have to
No,
reshoot?
no, they
Oh,
don't.
we didn't really eat Taco Bell though, either, do they? To be fair.
They were like little like hors d'oeuvres they were eating. They're like
Yeah,
little-
I think it's because
little
when it
gourmet
came
hors
out, Taco Bell wasn't really in other countries. I think that's the thing. I think that's why they
yeah.
did it, I guess. Because
Yeah.
we did have a Taco Bell, but it was in an army base though, because that's where I went. Because there's an American army base down in Bury St Edmunds. Because I played a gig down there, and my mate's girlfriend was American, so she was on the army base. And yeah, that's the first time I had Taco Bell. Me and my drummer were like, "This is amazing." They had food courts. Never seen the food court before.
Really?
Or
Oh,
the weird Americanness to it all. It was
Well,
weird,
they
like
really
culture
come
shock
out of the
going from
forest
England
down there,
to England, but it's an American army base. Is weird. Yeah, that's very weird.
Well, cool.
I
Definitely
got told,
check
you
out
don't
Ace
do
Volume
that, don't
3,
do
guys.
that, you'll get told off. Don't piss the
Alright.
Americans off.
No, don't piss the Americans off. That is fair. All right. Well, thank you very much, Alan. Let's see here. Rosa.
Yes. I love you and 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 you out there. I love you out there in the chat. I love all of y'all. Good job today, y'all. Good job.
Andrew, she's lying to.
Pointing in random
I was
directions.
waiting for a second. I love you, not you, and then the
I
rest of
would
you.
never say that. That would be that one person that would be watching that night and crying. Like later on, I hear about it.
It always
You know
just says to that movie. Oh, was that? Sorry, I know I'm rambling a bit. The start of that movie when he quits, was it that Stoner movie, and he goes, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm out of here. You're cool. Fuck you."
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. That's what you call it? The
it's
Dave
that
Chappelle
Stoner
movie.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Half Baked. Yeah, that's it. So this reminds me. I love you, not you. You can fuck off. You.
Yeah, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out.
Yeah, it's so good. He throws a burger patty in his face. Is so good.
If I actually did that, people would outright die. It would just be wrong.
Outright die.
I have
Oh, God.
actually said that in real life, but that is a different moment for me. And if you ever see that, you need to run and you need to run fast. But no, really, no, I love you. And like everyone here, just really proud of how everybody's doing. Just so great to hear everybody being kind of happy this week and knowing that people are okay and then there's nothing really terrible going on. And I had my stress test today and yesterday, and I was still here. And they gave me drugs and tried to make me die.
Oh
Is there a
man.
stress test? No, dude, they wouldn't let me on the treadmill because they were afraid I would get kicked out while I was on it. So then they give you like this really big cocktail of stuff, and you're like, so this is what death feels like. It's like it's really cool. It's like the whole world gets really dim and everything's awesome.
Oh.
And so I was like, so no, it was kind of like you get to go goth, but without the full experience. And so you just lay there, thinking, okay, how long do I have? It was kind of awesome, so I enjoyed it. And so I have to probably write that into Watcher of the Damned, which of course is my series. Go look at it, please. We're having the big base book sale this week. It's $1 for Trail of Travail, or my first book from the first series, free. And yes, Eric, I need you to write me in because I've got like a whole 9 books, and unless Chester doesn't want me and doesn't want me to be here, but I have like 9 books down the road. Write me in at some point down there so that I can actually come back and do part of my series with you. But I love all of you, so go look at our base book sale, free.
September 5th.
Really? November 5th?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's 2 spaces.
September,
left, so.
September 5th.
Specific. That was really specific all at once. I'm impressed. That's some sort of superpower.
Yes, September 5th I do have open.
Really?
And then he has December as well open to 12th. Yeah, you
And
may as well do the
December
earlier
12th.
one.
Actually, the after September would be better because my son's getting married, so I have to take like 5 weeks to get ready for that. Like anything I do that would be like special.
Makeup takes time.
If you want a specific date, just say, because we can switch it. Eric can switch them around because there's some just random things, like pixel art or
Eric,
whatever. So
Eric, just take time to pick one for me, but make it after October.
Yeah, no
and just
problem.
plug me in. Just plug me in, and I'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, and by that point, I will also have my next book out. Actually, in December, I have the 10th book coming out as well.
Is it a Christmas
When's
special?
that? What date is that coming out?
Well, actually, let's see. I've got Caballeros del Camino coming out this at the end of the summer, probably in August, and then I have Hellbilly Highway coming out in December. But I'm not sure. I'm going to try if I can. If I know it's late December, then I'll try to get it out before the end of December, and then we can
You
do
got
it
2
on
things coming out. Yeah. Well, there you go, Eric.
Yeah, I've got
pick
2
one.
books coming out. Pick one. Yeah, I'll let Eric pick one, and he can have fun with it.
Okay.
You can just plug me in. That'll be a way. But yeah, yay! And good job, everybody, for being so awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm trying to be average, actually.
Well, all right. Thank you, bro. Thank you all very much. Come back next week, and we're doing Jeff stuff. So, Jeff, tell us about what we're doing next week, and then take us out of here.
My stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you want? Well, the Revenant and the Cult is basically a continuation of the Revenant and the Tomb, and it takes place in a grassland known as Orem. And people go disappearing, and there are hooded cultists running around. So,
do you have a clip for us from your audiobook? Because if you do that, I swear to you, I will give you money. that is the best freaking audiobook ever written.
You can put it on the show.
Go that far, but it's there, and I will provide stuff.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
The hype is real.
The hype. Because
Namaste.
Herman's
Namaste.
All right, guys, come back next week. Later.
I love you.
Goodbye.
Bye. You come and go.